So, hey, you all. So, today we're going to talk about Goodwills, but we're talking about Goodwill for student loans. Okay. So, when it come down to student loans, late payments, y'all have to send a Goodwill letter to the student loan servicer. And then y'all also have to send a Goodwill letter not only to the servicer, but I suggest that y'all do dispute with the bureaus when it come down to y'all student loans. I'm not too concerned about them deleting this. I'm just not too concerned about them like deleting the actual student loan. Remember, I told y'all if y'all was to send out a dispute and y'all was to put like the late payment ones in there with like y'all negative accounts, like the other disputes that we did, where you would say, hey, delete these accounts, but in one of them you say, hey, just remove the late payments or update the payment history. I'm not that concerned with adding student loans to that letter. Okay. But not only should you add it to that letter, but you should also send a letter out to the company just to make it easier for you all. So I'm going to show you all the letter that we have for the student loan late payments. Again, you want to send this to the actual company. Okay, it's going to be best if you send it to the actual company. Let me make sure I add this on here too, because I realized I didn't add it. Okay, that was it, right? Okay, perfect. Okay, there we go. I just want to make sure I add that on there, just in case somebody still got to get their books. Okay, so let me share my screen. So hi everybody, we're gonna do the late payments now for student loans. So I'm gonna pull up the student loan letter for you all. And don't forget y'all in the 7 p.m. class, so I gotta pull up y'all letters here. So with the student loan, y'all have to figure out who y'all servicer is. Y'all should be able to see this too on y'all credit report. They should have the address at the bottom. Okay, so y'all should be able to look at the bottom, then y'all be able to know who y'all student loan servicer is. Okay. So it's kind of just like that late payment we did yesterday. I'm going to kind of recap that just for the people that just got late payments in general so that you guys can understand. But it's just like that one. Don't overthink it. It's just like that one. Okay, so let me actually share the screen so that y'all can see it. Okay, here I go here. Okay, and let me move you all over too. Y'all can see. This thing is strong. Right. Like this thing is tight. You don't want to go. Okay. Okay, let me bring it a little closer, y'all. Not only that, let me clean off my lens. Okay, so much better, right? Okay. Okay. I think this is good. I think this is probably gonna be the best I'm gonna be able to get for y'all right now. Okay. And don't forget when I share like this thing start glitching like this, it just don't like it. But that's okay, y'all. Let's stay focused. We'll be fine. There we go. This. Okay, so this is the student loan late payment that we did yesterday, right? So we filled it out. All we have to do is put the name, address, put the email address on there, and put the date on there. So you see, today is the 9th, but I said, hey, y'all, we did this letter on the 8th technically, but we're not gonna mail it until Monday. So let's put the date we're gonna actually mail it on here. So we had a Capital One late payment, which is this one here. This is that Capital One account right here. So we had a late payment with Capital One. So we basically put it on our letter here. So we found that address, we put it on here. We have to put the name of the the company and then also put the account number. We put that name right here. We plug that information in. We've also put the name and account number of the account. And then we said, hey, the late payments was from this date to this date. Okay. So they have multiple late payments. So we put from December 2019 until September 2020. And then we put the name down here, and then we had to say, hey, it was a family emergency, unfortunately. So that was our excuse as to why we had the late payments. So now today, this letter is already like once you all purchase your books, you're gonna have access to the free course. This letter is already in there. So this is number 4. Number 4 is the student loans. Okay. So this one right here, we're basically filling that same information. We need the name, the address, email address, the date, the student loan servicer, whoever that is, right? The student loan account number, we're going to put that right here. Again, we want that student loan account number here. We need to put what type of hardship we are facing in here. So we're going to actually fill that in. And then at the bottom, we just have to literally put the name. The key is just make sure that you mail it in to the credit bureau. Okay. So let's go ahead and start filling this out. If y'all have any questions, definitely let me know. After I get done teaching this about the late payments, we will double back. We will double back. Okay, so let's put the name in. So this information gonna be fake. I'm just putting something on here so we can see what's going on. Street. So we need to put the address on here. Okay. Now we need to put that email address on here. Okay, let's actually put the date on here too. So so since today is the 9th, yeah, and it's 7 o'clock at night, I just want us to be real as if we really mailing this out tomorrow because the people that was in the 9 o'clock class last night, don't forget this is the book that they're doing in the 9 o'clock class, right? The Raise Your Credit Score 100 points in 30 days. Yesterday, I told them, hey, y'all better create that letter. Like, I was not playing. I said, y'all need to get that letter out ASAP. Now with y'all are in this class right here, which we not gonna be done anyway. I'm going live every single day. We're gonna do every day with y'all. Y'all in this class right here. So y'all got time. Okay? Y'all got time. So y'all need to get the letter out. It'd be best to get it out as soon as possible, but y'all still have time. In reality, y'all really do still got time, but they don't. So I told them, hey, y'all need to get it out as soon as possible. Since we created the letter on the 8th, I said, y'all realistically can't even mail it until Monday anyway. So even though today is the 9th, we're going to put in here the tomorrow's date, which is the 10th, because you can't mail it anyway into that day. Okay. It would be best to make sure that your dates are actually matching. Okay, so now we got to put the student loan servicer on here. Now, this person right here, they don't actually have any student loans on their credit reports. They don't have any student loans. So I would have to just make one up. So see, somebody tell me a servicer out there that y'all may have so I can add it on here. Like, who is y'all student loan servicers? Who are y'all student loans with? So I can actually put it on here. And then I know one too, just in case. Okay. And then I'm gonna put in here, um, let's put dispute address. Okay. Okay, so they say have questions, contact us. Okay. Okay, so far it's a general correspondence here. So y'all literally have to look this up and know what the address is, but we need to put something on our letters. So I want to show y'all how y'all would search for it if y'all just don't know. Bankruptcy claims, discharge and forgiveness. I think we're going to be right here with the general correspondence. So let's go ahead and copy the name of the servicer. Let's copy that and put that on our letter. So right here, we got to put the name. And then next, let's copy the address, which is this here. Okay. Now, y'all see how they got a fax number on here? Y'all can technically use that too because this right here is goodwill. You want them to kind of do something, not kind of, you want them to do something about it. This not like a dispute where you're gonna really like sue them or something like that. You need to have a straight paper trail. So if y'all want to, y'all technically could fax, okay? Hold on one second, y'all. Okay, I'm back now. So y'all can technically go ahead and fax it too. So if y'all want to fax, y'all can fax, but I would say still do both no matter what, okay? So let's go ahead and finish up our letter. So we got the address on here. So the student loan account number, we got to make one up. So don't forget they don't have one. So let's just make one up, you know. So that's the one we're gonna make up for them, right? And then I am writing to respectfully request a goodwill adjustment to remove late payments reported in. So y'all have to put the dates that y'all actually have late payments. So for example, right, when y'all look at an account, so like for this Capital One, it have the late payments. It's not a student loan, but I'm just trying to teach y'all about the late payments, right? Y'all will see that it's late payments from 2019 all the way until May 2020. And then they had 2 months of on-time payments, and then they start being late again. So on the last dispute letter, we literally put December 2019 to September 2020. And that's what I'm just going to do now today too. But y'all will have to see when y'all late payments are. Okay. And then let me show y'all how to space them out sometimes too, because if y'all have multiple gaps, y'all can't just put all the way, like just all of these late payments. You don't want to do that, okay? So I'm gonna show y'all how we go from December of 2019 until May 2020. So let's put that in there first. So December 19 until what was that, May 2020. And what was our other time? We have from August 2020 to September 2020. Now, really, they need to bring this account back current, but this is not even a student loan. I'm just showing y'all this for it as so y'all will see like an example, so y'all will know how it will actually work. Okay, so August 2020, September 2020. Okay, nope, that's not it. That's the letter I just copied it from. Okay, perfect. So let's actually put on here. Let's put August 2020, September 2020, and then comma, and and then we'll put these dates on it too. Kind of backwards in the dates, but it's fine. Okay. So they'll see them. So I just spaced them all out. So these are the times where they had the late payments on the student loan account number. So let's copy this account number up here. Now, y'all know y'all have multiple student loans, so y'all need to send out multiple letters for all of y'all student loans. Y'all can't just think that y'all gonna send out one letter. You could technically say like it's multiple student loans. You can edit this and say that you got multiple student loans, but other than that, you need to send out more than one, okay? And then we can also copy this too because we never put anything here. Now they didn't say anything about what to address, so we're just gonna just put Nelnet on here. Okay, perfect. Now this is the next thing we have to fill out, and then we're really done. We just gotta put the name at the bottom. So during this time, I was facing like, what was you facing? What made you have your late payments? Was it a financial hardship? Were you transitioning from school? Was it a misunderstanding with your deferment? Like, what made it hard for you to pay your student loans where now you have these late payments? So I'm just going to say it's misinformation from the deferment. Okay, so that's the one I'm going to use. Y'all can use whatever. Y'all don't even have to use the ones that's on here. I just did that so y'all can have something to say. So we're going to say you was facing a misunderstanding about the deferment and you failed to make the scheduled payments. Since then, you've been working diligently. Again, make sure your stuff come back current so you can send this letter out. You've been working diligently to actually bring this account back current and then maintain all of your on-time payments, okay? Now, next thing that you want to do is you want to copy your name up here. Copy this. Let me move this out the way. Okay, perfect. And then we want to paste it down here. But once we do that, y'all, this is our done letter. We literally need to just send it out. And I tell y'all, make sure that y'all send these things out certified mail. Okay. So this will be certified mail right here. Okay. So this is certified mail. Y'all have to send this thing out certified mail. Okay. So if y'all got more than one student loan, y'all will send this out more than one time. Or let me give y'all an example. If y'all have more than one student loan, y'all really can just not put a student loan number right here. We could just put it like that. My student loans account number. And then you see how we got one there? We can literally just go and like continue to paste it. You know, that was too much pasting. Let me show you what it would look like if it was a smaller thing so you can see them all like together, right? You must have pressed return instead of enter because they're like, there we go. Because I'm like, there's no way that should have been like that. Now, don't forget these gonna be different account numbers though. Let's just act like they're different. Okay. So you just put your multiple account numbers on there, okay? But at least they'll know all of your account numbers, okay? So they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 student loans on one dispute letter. So if y'all don't want to send out multiple ones and y'all got the same dates for each one of them, which is normal, if you was late for one, a lot of times you were late for the other one. Okay. So I showed y'all this because I had a client. So let me show you how I know that that's how it's going to work. So I showed y'all previously, like one of my clients, their credit scores. Let me show you what happened to them. They just had their student loans get reported late, and look what happened to them. So new negative, new negative, new negative. They had 12 new negative. Those are all late payments. And look how much their credit score went down. This is from student loans. So in their case, I was like, okay, you got to bring the accounts back current. Not only do you need to bring the accounts back current, but you need to we need to send out some dispute letters for these late payments. Okay. But first you got to bring them accounts back current. So if y'all facing the same exact thing, y'all have the dispute letter for the late payments. Everybody don't have student loan late. Everybody don't have it, but this is the letter that you all would actually use, okay? So if y'all got student loan late payments, this is a letter that you'll use. It's inside the course. So what y'all do is y'all would actually just mail these out and mail them certified mail. And if y'all have other other late payments, don't do this. Don't use the student loan late payment letter. Use just a regular goodwill adjustment letter that we had did yesterday. Okay, so this is the one that we did yesterday. Y'all got 4 total inside of the course, right? So y'all got 1, 2, 3, 4 total that y'all can actually use. Now we did this one, so we did 1, we did 2. So I showed y'all how to fill out 2. I showed y'all how to fill out 2. Y'all should know how to fill them all out. All you gotta do is put your information in there. But I understand sometimes it's difficult for some people, but I literally went through all of the steps for you all so that y'all can see how it actually works, okay? But let me know if y'all have any questions about late payments. All y'all gotta do is just make sure that y'all are on time with y'all accounts. Y'all send this out. Usually they respond in like 30 days, and if they don't respond in 30 days, then or if they don't delete the late payments or update your accounts in 30 days, that's why I say still send it to the bureaus when it's student loans. When I say send it to the bureaus, let me show y'all that before I say what I'm finna say. So remember we did our regular dispute letters where we sent it to like Experian. We sent it to Equifax. So remember our regular dispute letters, y'all would add y'all student loans right on here. And y'all would tell them just like this, hey, the late payments are incorrect. I paid on time. Please update my account to pay it as agreed. Y'all would do this right here, but y'all would list all of y'all student loans. So with this person I showed y'all, they got 12. They would just list all 12 on there. And then they'll continue also to list their other accounts too. Okay, they'll continue to list and then you'll mail it to all three credit bureaus and ask them to remove it. But you got to do that. Plus, you also have to do the goodwill letter to the actual student loan servicer. Okay, you have to do that. And if they don't respond, then send a follow up. You know, we got to do follow up letters anyway to the bureaus. Send another follow up letter to the bureaus. Also, too, you can send another letter to the servicer, and it depend on did they answer you at all. You sent the certified, so that they not respond. You can say, "Hey, I sent this to you all last month. Y'all haven't responded. Like, what's going on, basically?" And then they should be able to tell y'all like what's going on. Okay. So that's what I would suggest that you all do when it come down to the student loans. But again, student loans, they're just they late payments in general. So, you know, you just have to send out those. Just think them as late payments. Don't try to make them special. Because if you mess up on them, there's going to be charge offs, you know, and they're going to be sent to collection. So same way you'll do with a charge off. If you have late payments, you'll basically ask the company to remove it. You're doing the same exact thing for these. Okay. So don't overthink it. Like literally just create your letter and actually send it out. And then too, don't forget y'all in this one right here. So y'all, I wouldn't say y'all got time, but y'all kind of got time. Y'all kind of do got time. We're doing this right here for 75 days and we're only on day 24, right? Let me bring you guys closer. Okay, so let me bring you on closer. So this one right here, y'all technically do have time. Okay, so y'all have time for this one, but them yesterday when they doing this one right here, which is to raise your credit score 100 points in 30 days. Like they should have created that letter yesterday, and they should be working to make sure that that letter is going to be sent out. They should be working to make sure that the letter is going to be sent out tomorrow. Period. Okay, but again, y'all just want to get y'all results as fast as y'all can. We about to be out of student loan late payments pretty soon, so we just talking about the different type of lates. But I'm telling y'all, when it come down to all these companies, I always just switch it up because people think that it's really more than what it really is. So I put more stuff in here, like, hey, we gonna talk about what's the difference between an auto loan late and a credit card late. We're gonna talk about the scoring of it. You know how much it's gonna hurt your credit, but to get it removed, you gotta do the same exact process. Okay. And then we talk about what if your student loans are not yours at all. And then after that, we're gonna start getting into our credit cards fully. But I already told y'all to make sure y'all have y'all 4 credit cards. So we're gonna get into the utilization aspect of the credit cards. Okay. So that's what we're gonna get into. I want y'all to make sure that y'all understand y'all utilization because again, that's 30% of your credit score. Late payments are 35%, but the utilization part, that is 30% of your credit score. So we're gonna get into that next. But that's all I need to tell y'all about student loans today. It's like literally, I talked about all the student loans. We talked about yesterday just regular student loans. So if y'all got student loans, send out your letter. And then also we talked about not student loans, but just regular late payments. We talked about that yesterday. Send a letter out. If you got student loans, we talked about that today. Y'all see the letter, y'all got it in y'all course, mail it out. Don't overthink it. Throughout this whole process, I really don't want y'all to overthink any of it. Like seriously. But I did try to put more or explanations inside of here for like different accounts. But at the same time, y'all should already have them out. Like after today, y'all really know what y'all need to do. Y'all, it's nothing else to really go over. To be honest, when it comes down to late payments, y'all got it. Put y'all stuff on auto pay so y'all don't have this problem no more. Um, if it's a financial problem, we talked about that yesterday. Y'all need to just get more income so y'all don't have the financial problem of it as to why y'all even have late payments in the first place. Okay. If it's that, if you just missed it just because you missed it, you need to have all that stuff on auto pay. You'll never miss it for just the minimum. You can go back in and, pay more on it. But you need to have it on auto pay at least just for the minimum. Okay. And if y'all have late payments, just dispute them. It's literally as simple as that. It's not that hard. Princess, which ones are you doing now? Which ones are you gonna? Okay. Okay, that'll work. That's fine. That's really, really fine. You can do that. Oh, so you got Sally Mae too? Okay, I seen that. So we did the nail net, so that's good. So you'll know if you ever have late payments, you'll know how to actually deal with those late payments. Okay, but let me know if y'all have any additional questions. If not, I'll wait until the 8 o'clock class and then we can go over. I got to go over the same exact thing for them about their late payments. Hi, you're in North Carolina? I hope it's not getting chilly out there. Y'all know we have this cold front coming through here. Oh, thank you so much for that. Yeah, but I hope y'all don't have it's not cold out there because we're about to have this cold front coming through. I think it's supposed to come through in like what, 2 more days or something like that. So I'm gonna be locked in the house because I'm not gonna be outside cold. I'm not gonna be outside at all. Okay, so let me make sure I'm gonna add their letter on here too so I can be prepared for theirs. So I went over y'all's. Let me just add an extra one just in case y'all gonna have questions about this one. Okay, perfect. Now somebody asked me a question too. So y'all know how I be having like when y'all get inside the course, y'all have an option to get like 6 months of free letters. All y'all do is get y'all reports. Whether or not you keep like the keep the keep getting access to your credit reports, because I'm not going to say the names where you're going to get it, but whether or not you keep access, that is up to you. Once we actually get your reports, we're going to actually download them. So we don't need to keep looking. We're going to get them at that time. We're going to create the free dispute letters for you. And that's it. Y'all can decide if y'all want to cancel it or not. Now, if y'all decide y'all want to be my client, I'm actually sending out certified disputes for you. Then I want y'all to make sure that y'all keep it because I need to continue to see if how everything is progressing. Okay, so now that you send out that first round of letters, we need to see, okay, what accounts stayed, what accounts got deleted, was there any new accounts? I always see new accounts. Okay, so y'all can decide whether or not y'all want to cancel it. That's up to you. Let's let me explain. Yeah. You're scamming. Oh, that's so sad you think that. That's so sad you think that. Let me see. Yeah, I feel bad for them that they think that. I feel so bad. I really do. I really want the best for you all. I think the proof is in the pudding and what I have done, what I continue to do. So I'm not gonna listen to comments like that. You know, we're gonna let them do them for wherever they at. Maybe they going through something. I always think like that. You got to be going through something that you saying stuff like that because there's no way. There's no way I'll be on here doing that. Like I told you, I'll be sitting watching lunch or something. I'll be chilling, but I want to make sure I go through these days. Would you have another class coming up anytime in November? Yeah, so what I'm doing now is that's why I really ain't got nothing else to talk about because we're doing everything that's like in the book. So like this book right here, we on day 24 where we're talking about late payments still. So I'm doing all 75 days in here with you all. Y'all can do it on your own, but I said, you know what? I'm going to go live for the 75 days so I can have the recordings so that going forward when I start law school, y'all will all have the recordings because I know I'm not going to be able to go on here live. So I do that one at 7 and 8. So y'all in the 7 o'clock class is Eastern Standard Time. And then this one also. So this one is November 1st to the 30th. November 30th, and then I'm going to do it again December 1st to December 30th. And then this one right here, this one don't end until December 31st. So the goal was we want to make sure that you'll have the scores. Oh, when the new year come, I want to change this, I want to change that. You already have your credit together. That's what the goal would be. Okay, so I'm technically going live every single day from 7 to 10. I'm just answering any questions. If people are like, when you purchase the books, you'll actually get access to the course. So you got a free course with all the documents and everything in there. If you have questions, you already know I'll be live. You can come on here and ask it, or you can ask questions in the course. So that's kind of what it is. That's kind of what I'm doing. So every day I'm going to be live, you all. I'm going to be live every single day. That's kind of what it is. Hey, Josh, you just switch up where you at, huh? You switch up where you at. Yeah, so that's what it is. I'll be going live every single day, every single day. So that's what it is. Yeah, every single day from 7 to 10. Can anything be removed? Yes, I believe that anything can be removed from your credit reports. And if something can get removed, you just have to sue them to remove it. But anything and everything can be removed, down to you changing your name, your address, you know, your job. Some people have employers on there and need to get that removed, and any of your accounts, inquiries, your bankruptcy, all of that stuff. So I have personally removed every type of account that's out there. But you gotta think about it, I've been doing this for almost 10 years now too. But like anything that's out there, it can be removed. So yes, it can definitely be removed from your credit reports. So we already did. So, what you're asking, that means you're probably just not coming in. We already inside of here, we already did our dispute letters to get accounts removed from your credit reports. Okay, so we already did the dispute letters. Okay, so I actually paid someone for documents to do it myself, but I actually need some guidance. Okay, well, you can follow along with us, and then too, when you get inside the course, you'll be able to see like the different recordings. Yeah, you'll be able to see the different recordings. And I also too, I have a membership where I can actually help guide you that way. But understand too, let me say this too. Like the method that I do, I don't do like we're gonna send out letters forever. I don't do that. The way I teach now is we're gonna send out 2 rounds of disputes. We're gonna send out letters for 2 months. After that, I'll suggest y'all to sue. All just to sue the credit bureaus and sue the companies on your credit reports. Okay. So that's the method that I do. I was always told student loans cannot be removed. Ricky, that not removed. Oh, I deleted your student loans, huh? Okay, that's good. Yeah, but I teach straight suing. Like that's what I do now. At first, it was like, oh, we'll send out letters after letters after letters. I don't do that anymore. I just don't do that anymore. So right now, it's like they gonna delete it or we're going to actually sue them. Okay. But the letters that you have, I will have to look and see too. So let me actually show you because I think it'd be better if I show you. Let me actually add y'all from the UK. What is y'all credit system like in the UK? I have helped people in Canada get some accounts deleted. Some people have asked me, but they kept saying like I owe euro. Like they owe like instead of saying I owe dollars, I owe euro. And I'm like, what is but I try to tell people if y'all have Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, the same thing may work. Y'all just don't know about it yet. We probably know about it here in America. But like, I have to look that up because I didn't even know I could help the person in Canada until I started looking into it. And then I had created them some dispute letters. They mailed them in and they said the accounts got deleted, but they really only got like 2 bureaus out there. So I don't know what y'all got going on in Canada. I guess you out here just laughing at us how these bureaus out here doing this wrong. Oh yeah, too. I'm talking to the other end too. If y'all wonder what the heck. So you talking to? Okay, so let me flip this. So y'all see that? Okay, wait, what they say? I'm American, but the UK system is so legit, no social, just bank information. Oh, well, that is really good. So it's kind of like how they do that in a sense with us now though, huh? So you American, you just out there living your best life. That's good. You see all the stuff we got going on right now over here? So that's really good. Okay, so let me show you. So this right here is my house. So I call this my house. My name is Rakita. So this is my house. And then I have this it's a sound. So I can't say certain things. I'm just trying to point and stuff, okay? So go down, scroll down. So right now, my goal is to be here before I actually start law school in August, and I'm here. Okay. So I said, hey, I know I'm going to kind of neglect y'all before I go to law school. So I offered this here. So you guys are going to get the 6 months of custom dispute letters. And then you have the option to, you'll get the course and a book, the ebook too. And the 100 points in 30 days, you'll get a digital one of that. And then we'll print and mail your letters if you want us to. So we can create that for you, okay? Then you just got to get your reports and you'll get credit monitor. So you have to do this, which is a free thing. You'll have to do this, which is a free thing, okay? Because it's a 14-day free trial. Then this right here is $1. Both of these basically get you your credit reports and your credit scores, all three of them right here. And then this up here is going to tell you about all the fraud that's on here. When you get into this right here, I want you to see all of the companies that are sharing information, and I want you to tell them to stop, basically. So inside there, they can actually, you just got to press a few buttons. They'll actually send a notice to the company and tell them to stop. One of my clients had like over 100 of them. Okay, so I tell you all to always do that. And then you just gotta do the application. And then the fifth step, we're gonna actually create the 6 months of letters for you, or you may say, hey, don't create the 6 months of letters for me. I'll just join a membership where you just have to pay the $29 per month. Okay. Now this is the least expensive option. I just like this option better because no matter what, you have to get your reports. So you're gonna do that anyway. And I want a lot of y'all have like debt and stuff. Y'all need to put that money on your debt. You need to put the extra money on your credit cards. You don't need to be spending it basically. Now, also, if you click back here, it goes back to my home. Then these are just just the regular prices, okay? So $1 trial, then $79 a month. This one, which is basically $29 per month that I showed you, but it's $100 setup fee. And then this one right here is my lifetime membership, which is $5.99. Okay. So basically showed you this one, but instead of paying a setup fee, you just get in there and paying $29 per month. It's no setup fee. You just got to pay the dollar for your reports, which you don't have to do that anyway if you want disputes to for you at all. But that's right there. That's how you'll actually become a member. You'll just complete those steps there. Hey, Rebecca. So yeah, that's what you'll do. Yes, my name is Rakita. Yes, that's correct. Yeah, so I call it my house. I just call it my house basically. So that's what I call it. But when you actually get the books down below, I suggest you get the package. You also have access to dispute letters. So um I think that if you watch something and you watch my videos, you'll know how to do dispute letters. You probably don't need as much guidance as you think. You just need to know how everything works. And I don't know. I think I've been doing a great job like explaining everything. So we're on day 23 now. You can always see all of those steps inside the course. Yes, that's what I would suggest. Yes. Yes, that's what I would suggest. Just go to get started. You said you're going to message me? Is that what the DM mean? You saying you gonna DM me? Let me come back here and see what I missed. Well, that's good that y'all credit system is like that though. I don't know why they gotta make it so complicated here in the US. Do you have a membership program? Do you have a membership program? If I'm interested in doing this for somewhere else. Um, well, I do have it sometimes. Like I have one right now where someone is doing theirs and their sister, and then I have one where I was helping like the daughter, and then she was doing it for her dad. I had that. So I guess if you want to do it that way, they'll just have to give consent to it. Unless you're saying like you want to do it for like a lot of people. Is that what you're saying? What's that, Princess? Them done? Yeah. Oh, okay. I'm just making sure. Okay. Yeah, but I think that um It's two. If you, I guess, if you want to do it for your somebody else, or you want me to kind of do it for somebody else. But I really, honestly, to you all, like, as much as I talk about like the membership and stuff, I rather y'all go the route which y'all get the books, y'all do the stuff y'all sell, because I'm telling y'all now, like, as much as I talk about credit, I'm really onto the suing part of it. Like by next year, like this week, I said I'm finna figure out how I'm help y'all with y'all cases fully. I'm not gonna play about that this week. That's my goal for this week. I don't want to do nothing else but figure that out, because I'm so over this dispute and stuff. Like I'm really over it, because a lot of people don't understand that we leaving money on the table. So make sure that y'all are very, very serious about this whole process. Like you got to send everything out certified. You got to keep all your correspondence. You're gonna have to get denials. You know, you're gonna have to do all these different steps, and it's gonna feel like it's a lot of work. But some people just like, hey, Keita, can you send out dispute letters? You know, I could do that, but my team is going to do that. I'm not going to personally create your letters for you. My team will send it out. Unless you're doing like premium disputes, I'm sending out your stuff certified. I'm not touching it at all, because I know it, honestly, it's a waste of time. I really believe that's fully, especially for those people that got like credit card debt. It's like you got credit card debt and you got collection on your credit reports. Sue the credit bureau, sue the collection companies, get the money from your settlement and pay off your credit cards, and then don't look back. Like, you know, don't mess up your credit again. Don't, you know, don't get yourself back into debt. And when you get your money back, make sure you do pay off your credit cards or something like that. Just don't just blow the money, you know. How long do you do the disputing? I do the disputing for 2 months with my method. But every time, like even for my clients, I bring it up to them. Um, they be like, "No, can we just send out some more dispute letters?" And be like, "Okay, I'm gonna let y'all just send out some more dispute letters." But yeah, it is. But it really is very smart. You gotta think about it. This is the method I had to go. I told y'all it's a time when I had some of my credit, I couldn't get it off, and I'm fixing everybody else's credit, and to the point where they getting accounts off, you know, they getting everything that they want, and I just have a measly collection that's stuck on my credit report, and I couldn't get it off. I had no choice but to sue. But look what that led me to. Now I'm like, okay, I'm very serious. I'm going to law school, so I'm like, you know, it is what it is. So I only can preach that now, because it's gonna be that, or I'm gonna be out of it totally. I'm just gonna go and just be a straight trader. I'm not gonna, like, I'm gonna trade stocks. I'm not even gonna be here at all talking at all. Like, y'all figure it out. What exactly do you mean by administrative process? So so y'all know how, so we all have to be a member to get premium disputes, right? That's period. Y'all got to be a member for me to even do your letters, do premium disputes. But these are certified things, so y'all have to send out certified letters anyway. So this, you know, is cost to send these out. So it's basically $15 a letter. So you got to send disputes to all three credit bureaus. You got to pay $45 basically. Okay. And most of that money is going into actually getting this out, because sometimes these things get stuck in transit. So I gotta resend it. Like we need to make sure that they actually get it. You said I fixed credit. Yes, I fixed credit, but not your traditional fixed credit. No, it's not the traditional, y'all. It's not the traditional one. But Swag, let me know what you mean by administrative process. Because I'm basically right now I'm just teaching y'all the process so that y'all can do it yourselves. I really want to get it to the point where, like, when I want to train y'all so much so that when I become a lawyer, y'all already got y'all stuff ready. Y'all know what a case look like. I can just help y'all sue. Like, you know, that's kind of what I want to get to. So I'm just trying to get there now, where I'm training y'all, training y'all, training y'all. But the thing is, I know when August come, I know I'm not going to be here like that, because they said my first year of law school, I shouldn't even have a job. So even me going live with y'all, may go live once a month or something. Like I'm not going to be able to do this like I'm doing now. So I'm just trying to document as much as I can now, so that when I learn more, I can teach y'all the new stuff. Y'all been know this, kind of like I taught, I've been teaching for years on different in the different places. about credit cards. I've been teaching about credit and all this stuff I've been teaching, but now this is like the final method. We're not doing nothing else. This is it. Like this, like this is it. So it said how you can help me. Okay, so how I can help you. So this is what we're doing. Right now, y'all are in the 7 o'clock class, which is this. So when we was doing this book, I talked about how to do your own dispute letters. So we already did round one. In a few days, in 4 more days, I'm going to teach y'all how y'all send y'all second month out. So we already did our first month of letters. I'm about to teach y'all in 4 more days how to do y'all second month of letters. After that, I teach send out a demand letter, request money, tell them to leave from your credit reports, and never talk to you about the debt. So that's what I teach. That's what I'm teaching right now. Okay, so I teach y'all how to do your own stuff. Y'all don't need me to touch it. Y'all got all the dispute letters and everything. When y'all purchase these books, y'all actually get the dispute letters in a free course, and you'll have all of these recordings where I actually taught everything. Okay. So that's how I can help you. You also I have something called 6 months of letters. When you get inside the course, you'll see something say 6 months of letters. It's basically you getting your credit reports. That's all it is. You getting your credit reports, and then I'll create 6 months of letters for you, or you can say no. Rakita, I'll pay the $29 a month to become your client because it's usually like $100 startup fee. All it is being my client is I commit to actually looking at your credit reports. I commit to talking to you. I commit to seeing what exactly what you got to do to get your credit better. So you got one-on-one time with me basically. And we'll send out any letter that you need. Now, at any time you want to send out certified, it's called premium dispute. So you'll have to pay extra for that. Okay. But that's how I can help you. So I can send out your letters. I teach you how to do that all for free, all in the free class that I'm doing now. Um, or so I can send it out. I teach you how to send it out. And then two, my clients, depending on your case, and depending on your state too, I have attorneys lined up now. So as much as I'm talking about sue, I have some attorneys that will take certain cases. But I tell y'all, if they can't take your case, then y'all need to be okay with doing it your own. Y'all do your own case. And that's why I wrote this book right here, which is called Freedom to Win. Okay, and I wrote this because I have settlements with all three credit bureaus. I have settlements with collection companies, and then I sued my creditors and had $40,000 worth of debt that I did not have to pay. So I only lean on the method that worked with that. Like that's it. That's all I lean on. So I teach y'all how to get money, how to get deletions, and how to get the results y'all want. That's exactly what I teach. I only do that. I don't steer outside of that. Okay, so that's how I can actually help you. And it said it involve a couple of letters, then an intent to sue. Well, I guess so. I guess that's exactly what I do. If you send us the affirmative way. Hold on. I see that I could purchase a book. Okay, so that's the thing. Um, what if you looking at that in the TikTok shop with the book package? So you purchase that. I actually give you access to the membership. When you're in the membership, you'll see the same thing that I showed you that was in my house. My house I showed you. You'll see the same steps there. Okay, so remember what I showed you, that's in my house. But I suggest you get into the actual thing though. Get the bundle, and then get inside of the actual free course, and then you'll see the 6 months up there, and then follow those steps. No, Jesus, you're not being negative. Do you fear that AI will put you out of business? I'm terrified by the number of AI jobs AI is making obsolete. No, because guess what? So I always wanted to move to Florida, right? But I actually came down to Florida in 2019 to talk to one of the biggest law firms that actually handled this case and any other case because they started doing this. They started doing disputes like this, and they was trying to branch out. So I started talking to them. I realized that the pay just wasn't gonna be there. I wasn't gonna be a slave, and I felt like they told me I couldn't help everybody, meaning that I wouldn't be able to help y'all with y'all kind of cases. These are baby cases. These are minor throwaway cases. But to me, if we were to actually, people are paying to get their credit done. But if we was to actually be on the other end where you're doing my method, where y'all making 30, 40, $50,000 and getting everything deleted from your credit, that would help us a lot. But they are into $1 million cases. But the head that was there, he actually moved, started his own thing. He said that they don't even use paralegals like that no more. All of their stuff is AI. Okay. So all of their stuff is going to be AI, but you got to think about it with the suing process. Even our credit reports, they already put in. I taught about this like in 2020, 2021, they're putting our credit reports on the blockchain. So with them putting our stuff on the blockchain, I'm not sure if y'all into crypto or something like that, but I've been talked about it, and I was like, I would rather us clean our reports as much as possible before that happened. So until that happens, we have no choice to go this route because I was saying that I really don't want to talk about this credit stuff like that no more. I want to talk about straight suing. Like I want to be on that part of it. I want to teach y'all everything on how to set up the case. And then I can actually help with the suing process. I can help y'all with the negotiation process. I know I'm not a lawyer and I can't give y'all legal advice, but if I can just help y'all with y'all documents, y'all can get results before the summer. You know what I mean? I don't think AI finna take over before I even get out of law school. I think law school. I don't think that it's gonna be like a fast thing, and I think that when it happened, we just use it to our advantage. We just need to stick and move with it, like figure out how it can help us, how it can change us. You know. That's kinda like people like, "Everybody do credit, Rakita. Are you scared it's gonna do this, it's gonna do that?" No, because nobody going to law school like me to actually sue. Y'all gonna keep sending letters or y'all gonna be illegal and do identity theft, which I'm not gonna do. You know, I'm not gonna do that. I feel like I'm the only one really progressing to something greater, you know? And then what I'm teaching too, honestly, too, y'all, Dave Ramsey didn't beat me. I'm on Dave Ramsey thing. Like I want to be a millionaire. I want my 8 years to be a millionaire. I want to be able to count down with this. But I know a lot of us, even y'all too, if y'all get out of debt and learn how to stay out of debt, we won't even have to be in this whole credit system anyway. You know, once I've been talking to a lot of people that don't even deal with credit. Like, imagine you sue, you get 40,000. You know, or like even too, I told you I had $40,000 worth of debt I didn't have to pay. But if y'all get the money and then y'all start doing baby steps, y'all actually start investing, which is what I really want to talk about, y'all. Honestly, I do. Let me move my thing over. I can talk about this all day, but let me show y'all. Like these are all of my books I've been learning about like investing. I didn't want to do stocks, y'all. I want to talk about stocks, learning and flipping money. Like I want to talk about that. So even if they take me out, take me out. Even if they take me out to the point where it's like AI is taking over the law part, that's fine, y'all. I literally only went to law school to help y'all. So as much as I think that'd be a good thing anyway, because I keep thinking maybe I shouldn't be a lawyer. Because then it's kind of like me being a real estate broker. I have certain due diligence. I have to do certain things. I like when I was just an investor, I didn't have to disclose certain things. I didn't have to say certain things. But now that I'm a real estate broker, I have to say certain things. I have to do certain things. So I look at that with me being a lawyer too. It's like I'm be under more scrutiny anyway. So either way it go, you know, we stuck right now. I feel like I can help us right now. And when the AI come, maybe they'll be our friend and help us more too. You know, you'll definitely you definitely need it as a lawyer. Yes, thank you. As a broker, uh, hey, Unique. So you must be here for the 8 o'clock class. Maybe hi everybody for the 8 o'clock class. But hey everybody for the 8 o'clock class. But I know I'm needed as a lawyer, y'all, because guess what? I couldn't get a lawyer for my own cases. Couldn't get it. Y'all think about y'all. I've been doing this. Okay, so I'm about to be 34 in a few days. I'm gonna be 34 this month, right, y'all? I've been doing credit. So I bought my first property at 23. I've been messing with my own credit before 23, but then I actually started teaching it. I would say like 24, 25. So I've been doing credit this whole time. And then I learned about how people was getting money for it. And I was like, oh, I want to do it. But I didn't want to go to law school. I didn't want to do none of that. I was like, I don't want to do that at all. But I realized that I've really been doing cases almost my whole life in a sense. You know, I really have like I had some my daughter had something going on. I helped her. I navigated, got her attorney. I was what, like 18, 19, helped her out a attorney, got her a settlement when she was young. And then my landlord sued me. I did a counterclaim against her. I ended up getting $2,000 out of it because that's what I asked for. And then I ended up buying properties where I had to actually get rid of my tenants. So I've been doing cases then. And then I did my case with my creditors. You know, I had domestic violence, if I can be honest. I had to deal with that whole system. I had went through a divorce. I had to deal with all of that. I've been doing cases forever. That's how I know how hard it is to find an attorney and then find a good attorney too that's gonna take on the case. So I know if I had a hard time, I can imagine what y'all gonna have because I'm not gonna say I know everything, but I know a lot more than y'all in a sense. You know what I mean? At least when it come down to this credit thing. Okay. Miss Rakita, you been speaking ill sad. You were built for this. Keep that in mind. Yes. Yes, I'm not worried about the AI. I'm not worried about the AI. And I'm gonna do my LSAT. I'm gonna start my LSAT in January. I'm gonna focus on it in January. I'm not worried about it because guess what, y'all? I already made the decision, and I don't care how people feel about this in terms of people like, oh, no, no. I already made the decision that if I get in trouble for helping y'all in a sense, like if y'all want to snitch and say, Akita helping with this case and that case, like I'm helping people with cases now and they're getting like settled with settlements now, but they're my family. I don't care. Like I'm not gonna let you sit here. If I have a chance of helping them get an extra 20, 30, 40, 50, $60,000, I'm not gonna sit around here and let them be miserable, you know. And I would risk it in a way. Like it's all right. You gotta think about it. The whole disputing thing, in general is risky. So I already made the decision. I'm gonna figure out what I gotta do to help y'all, and I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't know what trouble would look like. I don't think I go to jail for helping y'all. So I'm like, I would figure it out. I don't know, like you like yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how to not act as your attorney, but I'm not finna shut up about it, y'all, because I know how much it changed my life. Like I'm not finna shut up. And then I look at y'all stuff, I be like, y'all crying about $10,000 in credit card debt, and we can sue these companies and you can be up 30, 40, 50,000, and then now you can put some money aside for that down payment you want. You can pay out your car. So I just can't sit around and be quiet. I honestly can't. I can't. And a lot of stuff I'm telling y'all is stuff I would not have told y'all before, but I'm past the, tricky ways of trying to get stuff deleted. I'm over that. I ain't trying to do nothing like that no more. Like if you don't delete it, I'm gonna tell them to sue you. And then y'all I'm gonna say, I'm gonna teach about suing, and it's up to y'all whether or not y'all want to do it. I pray you don't get in trouble. I see you always helping people. I don't think I'm gonna get in trouble. I think only way I'm gonna get in trouble. I don't know. I don't think I can get in trouble. But push turn to shove, it is what it is. It is what it is. I have to be honest with you. With me being a realtor, if I see certain things with my clients, I ain't gonna sit there and say I'm not gonna sit there and be quiet. Like Rakita, that's not your business to say something. I'm gonna say it. Like I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna play about it. You learn something and share it with the people. Exactly. It's a hush hush thing. But remember, that was the biggest thing with me and TransUnion. We had a settlement. They found out that I was a credit business. They had a whole argument. I want to just read that to y'all. I wish I was in court, like the audacity. But it's information they don't want us to learn. But you gotta think about it. If we learn it, this can change our life. Y'all can get back what people make in a whole year sometimes, especially if you guys are like making less than 50,000. Y'all can make that in y'all lawsuits and set yourselves up to go forward. You know, it's really nice and you to help. Keep reaching out, helping. Yeah, I'm gonna help as much as I can. I don't let people say what they say, in certain things, but I already know what it is. Don't you remember when I was showing how to buy cheap properties? Well, yeah, you know what? That's another thing I could have gatekeep that too. I bought property for $1,700 and then I start teaching y'all how to do it. But I didn't know you remember that. You've been watching me forever. Yeah, I bought my first well, I learned about tax foreclosures and I was like, y'all, because I see people and the reason why I'm gonna get into the lesson, but I'm gonna tell y'all why I started teaching that because it's a whole gate kept thing. But I realized I needed to teach it because I bought my condo for $5,600. 3 bedroom, 1.5 bath. It had a pool, it had like the association had like the pool. It was nice, especially for me, young, and have my little young babies, just left my husband. It was perfect. I ain't got no mortgage. It was perfect. Everybody dreamed. But my neighbor had a $94,000 mortgage on her house. And I just moved right on in with $5,600 cash, you know? And I was like, I felt bad for her. I did. I was like, this is bad that you got this mortgage. Then I later on kept buying more properties, but I just felt like we should have knew this basically. So I was like, let me just teach it. Let me just educate y'all on it. And that's kind of how I got stuck into this credit thing because I thought I can just teach all about the properties. We was gonna go buy properties together and all this stuff. Then I realized people need to fix their credit. Then I got stuck with that and I became a realtor. I started helping people just buy houses. People didn't want to do that. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna let people do what they're gonna do. Kind of like people still want to do disputes, but they don't want to sue. I'm gonna let people do what they gonna do. But if they want to sue, I'm definitely here for it. You know. So I definitely feel like I have to say something. I can't just sit around at all. I don't. I can see it. I've been like that since a little girl. Like I see it now. Because my dad used to tell me that all the time. Like you talk too much. You don't need to be telling everybody everything. Yes, I do. Who gonna tell them? Nobody told me. Okay, so we gonna do our student loans today. So the people that's in the 8 o'clock class, let's actually do our student loans. So we already did it in the 7 o'clock class. It was very quick too. I was like, it was crickets because I went so fast. But it's literally just like our letters that we did yesterday. Okay. So it's no difference at all. It's no difference at all. It's just that some people stay with me for an extended period of time. Like I have people like I think I first opened my membership. They asked me what's the difference between a 599 membership and this the $29 per month membership. There's no difference at all. The only difference is I have people that literally been with me since 2021, but imagine if they would have kept paying the 29, 29, 20, and they're still with me now and they came back and say, hey, can you do disputes for me again? Yes, I can. It's like you buy into me basically. You do the membership now, kind of like the people that did it in 2021. I didn't even start doing my law stuff. Like they're gonna be locked in forever now. And I plan on always keeping this membership. So that's what it is. People just buy into me and say, "Hey, kid, I'm here with you forever." It's a marriage that we can't get a divorce from. We can't get a divorce from. But I just want to make sure I answer that question. But let me stay on track, y'all, with the questions. I'll double back. But we already did the late payments yesterday. It's really the same thing, y'all. We just plug it in as information. It's not that hard for the late payments. We just literally just need to plug in information. And I tell y'all, when it comes down to late payments, please bring y'all accounts back current. Don't try, good evening, Drew. Don't try to remove y'all late payments if y'all still have it being reported as late. Like, I'm going to show y'all now this credit report, and they still technically have it reported late. So what we're gonna do right now probably ain't gonna help them because they 60 days late. Oh, that's what it was. So they 60 days late. They need to bring it back current. So I'm gonna show you that. But you guys have been watching for a while. You already seen this credit report. It's our credit report, the Capital One account. They didn't bring it back current. They have to bring it back current before they do any goodwill letters. It's gonna be a waste of time. Okay, so let me show y'all this. Let me see. Let me add it here so y'all can see it. Let me roll this in. Okay, so here's our dispute letter. You're welcome. Okay, so let me see. Let me move y'all over here so y'all can see my computer. Flip the camera. Okay. Let me actually bring up the screen so y'all know what y'all need to look at. Can we move this over? Okay. So here we are here. Let me move some of this stuff. I'm showing y'all my books again. Perfect. All right, so here we are here. This is the Goodwill letter. So don't forget, y'all got 4 letters total. So I just copied that one. Y'all got 1 letter, 2 letter, 3 letters. Y'all got 4 different Goodwill letters to remove late payments. This is the one that we did yesterday. Do y'all remember if y'all was here? This is the one we did yesterday. Okay. So now that was just for a regular Capital One account. Just late payments on the Capital One account. Our late payments from this time to this time deleted from the credit reports. Okay. Now this time we're going to do it for our student loans. Okay. So let me move this part. Oh, I'm gonna type and have the phone here together. All right. So now we're gonna go ahead and fill this in. But the thing is, we don't have a student loan, y'all. But I'm gonna just go off of this Capital One account that we have on here and just use this as like kind of the example and teach y'all from this one. Don't overthink it, y'all. All of these accounts have late payments in a certain way, and you'll see like 30, 60, and 30 days late. If it has late payments, y'all just putting it on this letter, period. Don't overthink it. If y'all know how to read these late payments, y'all know how to read the late payments on y'all credit reports too, okay? Okay. So what we need to do is we need to fill out our personal information. So let's actually start filling this out. Let me see how I'm gonna get in here. Okay. Okay, so you want to put your name on here. And then this information is fake, y'all. I'm just putting something on here, okay? You want to put your address on here with your city, state, and zip code. Okay. And then also you want to put your email address on here. Oh wait, take the no space. Okay. Now we want to also put the date. Y'all see how we writing this technically? It's the 9th, right? So today is the 9th. But we're not going to mail it today. We're going to mail it tomorrow. So let's put tomorrow's date on there instead of today's. Okay, so I suggest y'all put the date that y'all actually want to mail it on here. Okay. And then now we got to put our loan servicer on here. Okay. So earlier, somebody already had nail. I said came up with the nail net just based off of myself, but I was trying to figure out like another company we could put on here. But let's not overthink it. So let me show y'all um how y'all will find y'all company. Okay. So can y'all see this? Just nail net student loan dispute address. Period. Don't overthink it. We just need to know the address. We can send it out. Okay. So this contact us will probably be perfect. And then now we see multiple addresses. So we see just general correspondence. So Nailnet is the address. And then they have a fax number. So you technically can fax too, because this is not like a dispute where we need to actually track. We do need to track it, but I mean like however we're gonna get these late payments removed is gonna work. So I do suggest y'all still fax it in too. They have a fax number available. Okay. So they talking about payments would go here. Then they talking about deferment, forbearance, repayment plans, enrollment status changes. That's all I'm going to hear. We're not doing that. Loan discharge and forgiveness claims that we hear, and then bankruptcy claims are actually going to go here. So the address I think we need to use is this one up here. Okay, so let's go ahead and copy this name. And then I want to just put it on here to change that formatting. Okay, so let's paste it here. And then let's get that address. Okay, perfect. Let me close this one. Okay, good, because we don't need that. All right, so now we got some information on here. So we got our information. We know who we mailing it to. So I hope y'all are still with me on what we're doing. So now we just got to put our account number on here. Now again, I tell y'all, y'all gonna have y'all account number on here. Y'all gonna have an account number for all of y'all student loans too. Y'all can have multiple student loans. Y'all can have a single student loan. So we're gonna do the single student loan. Then I'm gonna show you how you can make this into a multiple student loan letter. Okay. So we're gonna act like it's just one. But I blocked out the account number. Just that's the biggest thing of the account. The account number is like social security number. I always tell y'all that because it's true. Okay, so now we got the account number on here, right? I know that ice cream lady is not out here at 8 at night. Oh my goodness. Okay, so dear the service name, we're gonna actually just put the name on there. Y'all hear her? Oh my gosh. Okay, so let's paste it here if I can do it right. Okay, there we go. Okay, so dear our student loan servicer. Okay, so I am writing to respectfully request a goodwill adjustment to remove a late payment reported in. When was it reported? So the month and the year. Now, when we did our late payment letter yesterday, I said, hey, just put from December. Let me see this thing. See y'all right. So I told y'all I want y'all to put December 2019 all the way to September 2020, but we're gonna actually space it out. Okay, so we're gonna put December 2019 to May 2020, and then we're gonna to do August 2020 and then September 2020. Okay, so let's add September and August on there, and then we'll add the other ones. So late payments, let's put an S on here. There are multiple late payments, and then it's reported. And then don't forget my computer glitch like this when I share my screen like I am. It don't like it. So August 2020, we got September 2020, comma, and we got December. Well, let me make y'all look too. Let me have y'all look too. So we got December 2019 to May 2020. Okay, so we're gonna add that on there. So December 2019 to May 2020. On my student loan account number, and this is our account number, so let's just copy it. Okay, perfect. Now, what we got to do is we got to put an explanation on here as to why were you late. Okay, so during this time, I was facing, what were you facing? Was it a financial hardship? Were you transitioning from school? Or was it like a misunderstanding with your deferment? So let's just say that you were transitioning from school. So we're going to just remove all of this. Y'all can put whatever y'all want to put on here. Y'all may have been sick. Y'all may have had a family emergency, you know. It's up to y'all what y'all can put. Okay. And I failed to make scheduled payments on time. Since then, I've worked diligently to bring my account current and have maintained on-time payments. Y'all see why I say, hey, say y'all doing on y'all want to make sure y'all payments on time? Because they want to see that you at least, you know, you got over whatever problem you're going through. Okay. And you have maintained on-time payments. I value the opportunity to continue rebuilding my credit and will be extremely grateful if you would consider removing the late payments. We got to put an S because we got a lot of late payments. Okay, this adjustment will greatly support my financial recovery and long-term goals. So now what we got to do is we just really need to copy your name and put it at the bottom, and then there we go, y'all. Our letter is done. So you have to send this out to your student loan servicer. I also told y'all that when we did our dispute letters, what was that, 2 weeks ago at this point now? Remember our old dispute letters that we had did? You look like they off track now from putting stuff on here. But remember we did one to Equifax. We did one to Experian. We also did one to TransUnion, but it's kind of off tilted. Tilted. I don't know what I did to mess it up. But when we did our student loan letter, I mean, we did our dispute letters, I said, hey, y'all can technically list late payments on here because we listed the Capital One late payment on here. Can y'all see that? We listed our Capital One late payments. So y'all need to put y'all not student one, y'all student loan late payments on this actual dispute too, but we already did these already. So I believe in student loans coming on here, but not credit cards, really. Not really. Y'all can if y'all want to, but I got to tell y'all about the risk of them possibly deleting an account. Is this true? Okay. So y'all have to actually do the letter to the credit bureau, and then y'all also have to do the letter to the student loan servicer. Remember, I told y'all we gotta wait to send a letter to the collection company. We need a certain amount of time. Da da da. All this stuff. No, we don't necessarily have to wait for these student loan servicers or anything like that because this is a late payment. We're not trying to set up a unless y'all are. But again, I haven't. I still gotta look up the cases for student loans fully before I run my mouth. Like, I look up everybody else cases. I'm like, oh, they doing this or they getting that and they see until I can fully tell y'all a case and brief a case, I don't want to talk about it, with the student loans. But I'm still in research phase for people actually suing these student loan services. But right now, we're not trying to sue them. We're just trying to get our late payments removed anyway. Okay. So this right here, you can send out your first round of disputes, which we already sent out the first round. So this is for your late payments. Okay. And sometimes too, honestly, because I know y'all can get a lot of documents, I would rather y'all not get a lot of documents at one time. I would rather space it out. Because it can be overwhelming the amount of documents you may get when you first do disputes. So y'all can space it out and just, send out your first dispute. Send a NailNet, put that on your actual dispute to the bureau, and then you can do your late payments, okay? But do everybody understand how to remove late payments from their credit reports? Let me see if there's questions over here. Okay, no questions. Okay, no questions. Y'all know how to do these late payments? All y'all gotta do is just literally fill it out, y'all. Don't overthink it and just mail it in. Like that's literally what it is. Like, don't overthink it. If y'all overthink it, then I mean y'all letter not gonna go out, which means that y'all have no hope in having some good results. Y'all have to send out letters to get the good results. So if y'all not mailing out the letters, then it's gonna be no hope that y'all gonna actually get the results. Two, when you guys purchase the books down below, y'all have not only one late payment letter, y'all have four late payment letters total. Y'all got one for student loans and then three for regular accounts. Y'all can technically put y'all student loans on the regular disputes too. On the regular dispute letters that I have, y'all don't necessarily have to do it like on the student loan letter that I gave y'all and I showed y'all. Y'all can put on y'all other ones too. So the other ones, y'all got four total. But it's just that early on when we first started doing this book here, somebody was like, "Hey, Keita, I have some late payments on my student loans." And I was okay, do a goodwill letter. I haven't taught y'all about goodwill letters yet, but I'm going to add it to the course. Go ahead and use it. Okay, so y'all can use the student loan late payment letter. If they don't remove it that way, then you can use the other letters. Okay, but student loans is that one thing. Like y'all see, how I say I'm not going back and forth. I'm not going to keep disputing student loans right now. Student loans and bankruptcies are the two things that I'm going back and forth with. Honestly, the rest of them, I know how to sue them. I know how to get money from them. I'm not gonna go back and forth with them at all. I'll just go get the money. That's kind of how my mindset is. But with the late payments and bankruptcies, those two things, I haven't figured that out fully in terms of if we want to even sue them too. But I haven't figured that out fully. But right now, we're going back and forth, meaning you'll be probably sending out multiple letters to remove it. Okay. So y'all let me know if y'all have any questions. And then too, we're supposed to start the questions at 45, but whether it's on this topic or, any other topic. And let me see what I'm supposed to talk about today in this class here to raise your credit score 100 points in 30 days. Because we did late payments yesterday. So let me see what we're talking about today. We're talking about utilization. That's gonna be fun. Okay, I need to get that sheet together. So I'm gonna start getting that sheet together, how I track all the utilization. So I'm gonna start getting that stuff together. But y'all definitely let me know if y'all have any questions. But I need to get this sheet together to make sure that they'll fully understand what I'm trying to teach them. And then let me pull this up just in case y'all have questions. Okay. All right, y'all. So yeah, I gotta get this Google sheet together. When I do late payments, I mean not late payments, when I do utilization, it's a certain sheet that I fill out. It's something that I use for all my credit cards. I list all my credit cards on there. But I actually have to fill it out. And honestly, while I'm doing it, I gotta edit it. I'm gonna turn my screen over there because if y'all not asking questions, at least y'all can kind of see what I'm doing, and then I'll get into it in the 9 o'clock class. Where's my Apple Store? Where is it at? Okay, here it is. All right, so when I had taught it before, this is what it looked like after we got done because we kept talking about it, doing multiple companies and switching stuff around, all this stuff. This is what it looked like. So let me show y'all. So while I'm filling it out, y'all not just looking at me. Y'all not just looking at me. So let me share. Okay, make it smaller. So this is a spreadsheet that I had created. This is a spreadsheet that I had created. Okay. All right, so let me share it too for them. Let me show them. Okay, let me show y'all too. Okay, perfect. All right, so this, let me edit this though, because we did this for when I did the class in the summer. So it's basically all your credit cards. You'll put your due dates on here. Um, And then two, you just put your balance in here, you put your limit, it automatically say, hey, this is your current utilization. To be at 5%, you need to have your balance down to this. To be at 10%, your balance need to be that, 30%, 50%. So I like to use this for my credit cards. So I usually like to teach off of this because this is how I do it. It just makes it so much easier for me to know. So we gotta delete this. They're going to use this for the class tonight so that they can learn how to do their utilization. What else we need? So we're going to need this too. We can get rid of a lot of these screens. Okay, perfect. And then they not doing late payments, but I'll wait and see. Maybe y'all gonna have more questions about the late payments. So I'll leave this one up. Goodwill, we ain't doing that no more. Y'all done went over that already. Okay, perfect. So we good. I just want to move this over, move this over. All right, perfect. Excuse me. So the 9 o'clock class, what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill in all of the credit cards that they have on here. So they got this Capital One, and then they have a lot of credit cards that they like a authorized user with. Or like, not a lot, but a few right here. So they got one authorized user, two, three accounts. So we're gonna add them to this utilization tracker, basically. And I'm gonna show y'all how to fill it out, how to actually use it. Did I mess this one up? I messed it up, but how did I mess it up? Okay. I'm so happy I had took the classes on how to create spreadsheets, right? And calculations. I got out of that class with a C, y'all. I hated that. I did not like that class. Like, why would they force us to do this? And now I see why. It's worth it if you can use it. Okay, perfect. So that's it. Let me take this off of there. All right, Tom. See, yeah, that's everything. So I don't have nothing I need to teach y'all, but if y'all let me know if y'all have any questions, like I said, I'll answer y'all questions. I knew that this was gonna go fast because it went fast with the other class. Um, so only thing I gotta do now is just wait for the 9 o'clock class because 9 o'clock there's gonna be a lot of talking. Because when I teach the utilization, I'm not talking about it again. When I teach y'all the utilization in class number 8, we don't talk about it for a few days. That's why I tell people take the 8 o'clock class and take the 9 o'clock class because it's only gonna be so much I can cover like in one day. But y'all gonna fully understand it. Like how I really feel like I went over everything I needed to talk about with late payments. And there's nothing I think that I really need to teach y'all in regards to late payments at this point. It's kind of like that. But still, we're going to go into different subjects into it. Like, what's the differences in terms of your credit score, how it's going to change. So, yeah, we're going to talk about it. So, Julia, do you think that you should open up these boxes so we at least can know how many books are in here? You said what? But she not gonna do it. She over it. I'm saying, do you think you should take it out and just have them out? Like, yeah, take all them out the box. Or you want me to do it? I'm saying they don't have no questions. I can just turn the camera around and do it. They don't have no questions for me. Or put on here, be back at 9. No, I'm not gonna do that to y'all. I think my dress is a little bit short. Or Julia, maybe I can make that work, huh? You think you know how I can kind of flip this camera around? No. Move my makeup chair over, baby. You think my dress is too short, or we can just have it high? Yeah, just have it high. Just put it here so it's high. Yeah, because yeah, y'all asking questions. I just got the 3 book one on Friday. Okay, perfect. Well, I'm gonna make sure you getting it. If you got it on Friday, we already mailed that to you for sure. It's already on the way. But y'all not asking questions, so I figure I should break down these boxes and open up um these books. Okay, y'all. Let me try. I'm gonna try because I gotta do something, y'all. We just sit here and I want to do something. To make sure. Okay, let me see. Okay, let's get through here. Where my address at? On the boxes? Okay, that's fine. I'll just sit them here. Okay, wait. It's not all the way down. And then I'll start. Can you remind me just in case I get carried away with these boxes? Okay, let me see. Okay, so I'm just gonna do my books. Because when I do Black Friday, oh, there's someone broken or something. Maybe I should keep it turned towards me so I can read the comments. We're back. Because I can't be, I'm not gonna be able to read it, right? What's that? Oh, you can open these ones? Yeah, because why you writing that on there? Just so I know, okay, just in case I got questions, I can still see. But I got 20 minutes because I need to know what my inventory is, y'all. Okay, perfect. Y'all need to know what my inventory is. Where's my thing actually to cut it off? I gotta know what inventory is. So I can just say it now. Okay, what? You told me. Okay. How you do my fingers? Hello? So many of these books came damaged too, y'all. So I'm gonna put them together and figure out somewhat to give them to y'all. Why are you watching these videos on thing? You have to know the okay. All right. Well, how do I look from the back? Because y'all not even seeing me from the front. That's fine. Yeah. Okay, let me see too. This thing is looking at my makeup area. I don't like it. Ah, why would they say that? I guess that is a true thing. I asked you. Remember Princess wanted me to wear this? What is it that you get rid of? Somebody say flag. Tell me that I've been the one that flags me right now. But absolutely, yeah. You can flag. Yeah. Was he the one that did it? Jackson. He said no. No. Oh, say. Bro, I didn't even know what that is. Yeah, right. Lord. I don't know what it's called. No, you see it? You see the color. I just want to turn around. Or I'll turn around like this with a book. I'll do that. Then you can see. Ah, Princess told me to wear this. An 8-year-old told me to wear this. I'll be fine. All right. I just we need to know how many books we got today. I want to order the extras today. I don't want to be prolonging this day. Didn't wear. I like that they just put them in here like this. This one. Good. Let me see if y'all got any questions. Let me move this over. So y'all didn't have any questions, so I figure I'll do this until 9 o'clock, y'all, because I gotta get these boxes. I gotta get this stuff. I need to know how many books I have. So I'll start talking again and whoever did this, whoever mailed this is a hero. Okay. Perfect. All right, Julian. So how you gonna count these? Are you gonna still be able to count these then while I'm live? So when I get done going live, I'll know the time. You just put them in stacks. That way we can just be right starting tomorrow. Y'all remember that? Remember when that shelf? Remember I told y'all our shelf had fell down. I had just got this new shelf to put everything on it. I gotta show y'all the bookshelf at first. It looks a mess. It didn't look a mess. I thought it was fine. I guess until we get you know, what? Is it? We gonna have visitors? They're gonna really come to my house when you grab it. Just mark it off. I was thinking of it like this. He said you can't really just talking crap. Oh, so that's not how much of a delay. I saw that. I saw how much of a delay. See, I think they what? Oh, you said I don't have half of hers. Well, clean up your area. All right, so I'm gonna keep it. I want for discount. You can do both. So put stickers on. What do you mean? Oh no, they don't have stickers today. Okay, I got movies over. I'm gonna move these over. Okay, don't wrap them up because we gotta put the stickers on them still, don't we? So just, and then this is the backdrop to look. These not, they didn't come yet. And just take them off the box, really. And let's put them on the shelf. It's like, it's so that it isn't uneven, you know. I don't know. What do you mean? Because, um, if you look down here, you can see how it's elevated because the side of the book is thicker. Oh, the same, yeah. So, gotta do some math and short it. Okay, so all of these ain't got no sticker on it. Well, it's heavy. You can have these. Where did we just give a lot of these in today too? No, these are. So you got to move these to the. Okay, what time is it, y'all? Because I'm gonna start talking. Okay, 15 minutes. All right, so I got 15 more minutes, and then I'm gonna do the 9 o'clock class. Wait, it's still wow. But it's hard work. I'm gonna never read it that time. Well, we got garbage pick up, right? Not exactly. Yeah, garbage is on Monday, and this stuff goes on Friday. Okay. Yeah, you let open Eagles out. Oh my gosh, these are heavy. Yeah. Okay, so why this is back here like this? That was what I was gonna use to didn't have. It didn't have enough. I'm not gonna get this tonight because I don't like it. Oh. Okay, so these are the ones that we gonna pack up right now. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, like that makes sense. Well, we got a whole bunch, so let's get stickers. Yeah, it's a lot of work. Well, you got 3 orders, you got like 30 orders. You ain't do so. You can just put them in the order. That can stay there. All right, so I'm gonna open up these last boxes and then wait, she didn't do this, or you said she did. All right, when you do all the books before you put them in an order, and before you put them inside of the shipping thing, just double check that they got the QR code on the front. Like, the princess, as soon as we get these orders, she should just put the labels on them anyway. But I'm gonna put the ones that we got shipping. Julie, you sure that this thing is started out with this book? Yes, it is. It looks like it's indented more in the middle. Well, probably put this up there. Push it down. Okay, that's not right. Let's go this route. It's probably like I got it. They say could do 200 pounds. Only 200 pounds. Um. That means we should be putting 500 books on here. They can't take 200 pounds. Maybe like 1.2. You're like 200 pounds. Wow. No, they can't. Almost 2,000 pounds. Yes. You don't want no visitors? No. I should be able to do those though before we get done because I got 11 more minutes until I start the 9 o'clock class. So I should get a little tired. Huh? I should get tired of this. Who said that? Oh, you watching something? Oh, sure. Oh, you still do? It's not started at 9 o'clock, but I need to know how much stuff we got. So I'm just trying to open this up now. Yeah, I seen it earlier. Yeah, they said it's there in the UK and the American. Ain't that cool? But you want to come back to Bobby Stores. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's even it's not. I tried doing that. Two different what do you got? Like second, you said that in two different amounts. I just don't want to go to sleep without like order these books tonight, honestly, because I'm like need to start planning for like I just want to have a rhythm. I need to have a rhythm. I thought we don't have a full rhythm yet, but with this new way I just thought about, I think we'll get a rhythm. I'm sitting on getting my facilities, my old members. You staying on top of the comments? Let me see how I'm gonna put it back. I swear. All right, what time is it? Take a picture. Thanks, teacher. You need to like making sure these stacks got 50 in them. Somebody's chicken. But it's those stickers, you don't have to capture those stickers. You need to just know they're stickers. See them say that. Let me know if it's 50 in there now. Let's have to stay doing stickers. Like you could be doing orders, you got orders. That's all I'm saying. You what? Oh, okay. But I mean, start counting that back row right there. Start opening the box up. Count them. Count these. Like these in the 50. You got all these books you need to make. You want to? No, wait till you get out the camera. Just look on your own and tell me when it's not o'clock. So I'm gonna sit down. Okay. I'm gonna put it in the camera. I think that's what you do though. Just count the books and then sometimes come break these boxes down. Tomorrow or today. Or move the boxes. Oh, I'm breaking boxes. Oh yeah, the seat out there, yeah. Perfect ones. Even completely. I just like when they go the same way. I don't like this flipping stuff. I think about it, we can just do a guesstimate too. Meaning we know how big 50 of them is. So I think I need to order like 200 of the 75. I don't think you need to look no further. Okay, that's what I do. Okay, one, two, three, four. Okay, I order 100 of them. No, I need 200. 200 of these. Okay, what time is it? Okay, I got 4 minutes. All right, let me switch this camera around, y'all. Let me switch y'all back around. Back over here. We have to start the 9 o'clock class. Let me make sure we in the right spot. I split my hair out more than it already was. Split it out, y'all. Uh, Hold on 1 second now. All right, so let me flip y'all back around. All right, y'all. We are back in action. Okay. I feel like I got that done because I need to know how many books I need to order. So yeah, them the ones I really need to order down there. Let me write that down. So Julie, I don't think you need to worry about opening up anymore. I know my numbers. I mean, not tonight. You just finish your regular job. And then wait, for these 30 days, are they a stack of 100 or 50? Why they look? Oh, okay. I'm saying that don't look right. So we got about 250 of those. Okay, so we need about 300. Yeah, so we need about 300 of those of the 30-day, and then we just have 500, 600 of the sue income. We just got to unpack those. Okay, well, I know the numbers now. That we ain't got to look no further. So as Princess continue to put the stickers on the books, then you just tie them up, and then once you have them all tied up, we'll just work from there, and then you'll just take one at a time. Like you'll untie 100 at a time, and then we'll just keep track of it. Like when I need to order some more, so I can just order 100 at a time. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna order those when I get off the flight. Let me put Dave back. Yeah, my hair's sweating more, and I really feel like I need to flat iron it. I don't want to put no more heat on it though, so I'm just gonna let it stay fluffy. I feel like the blow dry I did yesterday was fine. Keep sweating it up more. But for the people that's going to stay for the 9 o'clock class, y'all welcome in. Let me not go too far down because I think y'all seeing something that is good. Okay, good. Or you know what? Let me already have y'all looking at this camera. Let me just set y'all up over here. I mean, looking at the laptop. Because today we're doing utilization. So I'm going to teach y'all a lot about utilization. Today is going to be a lot that we got to go over. Okay. It's really going to be a whole bunch that we got to go over when it comes down to the utilization. Okay. All right. So here we are here. So yeah, we have a lot that we got to go over. Good evening, lady. How are you doing today? This evening? And hi, Antonio. But good evening. We got a lot that we got to go over for utilization today. So I kind of have the camera like set up for that. Okay. So today I'm going to show y'all my utilization tracker that I love to use. Okay, this is what I use for my own credit cards. So I track my credit cards. I'm going to show you exactly how I get it done, basically, how I track everything. It's just so much easier when y'all know, like, especially when y'all get into like a lot of credit cards like I got, you need to know what is what, period. Like, you need to know. Okay, so you need to know what credit cards you have, what's going to happen if you add a credit card, what would your utilization change to, when you pay down your credit cards, what it's going to look like. So that's what we're going to go over. So we're going to do this here, which is the raise your credit score 100 points in 30 days. So today we are doing the utilization, okay? So utilization gonna count for 30% of your credit score, okay? So this is what we're going over. So utilization is usually like days 29, 30, and 31 inside of this book here. Okay. Let me just show over here because that look a mess. So it's usually pages 29, 30, and 31 over here. So we're doing this book right here because we had the 9 o'clock class. And then we're going to do day 9, which is utilization. Okay, y'all see how bad they thing look. That's why they never see anything. That's why I just show y'all stuff. This your class tonight? Okay, good. Well, ask as many questions as you need because I'm gonna make sure that I go over everything that's gonna help you. And to me, I don't think we go over utilization again. We're gonna go over like asking for. I already know they're gonna tell me that, so I got the charger. To me, utilization is the most important thing. It's something that I had to learn the hard way. It was a big learning curve for me. So I'm very happy to go over it with you all and teach y'all what I have learned and how I just maintain certain things. So yeah, let me show y'all the actual thing that we're going to use. So this is the tracker that we're going to actually use. So I'm gonna have to zoom this out or okay, y'all can still see it in a sense. Okay, so this is the actual tracker that I use. So we're gonna fill it in together so y'all can see like what it looked like. And then yeah, we're gonna add more credit cards to it. We're gonna do a lot of stuff with this thing. And then for the people that's in the 8 o'clock class, when y'all actually do it, we're gonna do 3 days worth of it. So I'm gonna show y'all, hey, when y'all add a credit card, when y'all do this, when y'all do that, you know. Yes, well this tracker is available for the people that are like the 6 months. They should have been added to like the additional course. This tracker is. This is a special tracker that they had. The people that did like the 6 months. This one is. So y'all will have to honestly, I'll have to write it down. I just don't have the tracker available. This one right here available to everybody. Or if you guys are a part of my exclusive credit membership, y'all have this tracker for free too. If y'all are part of the membership, y'all have this for free. Yeah, so this is probably one of the like a bonus, one thing that y'all probably don't have, but I'm gonna teach y'all how to track y'all credit cards. And then y'all still have Credit Karma too to tell you your utilization, you know. But again, when y'all do the 6 months, I'm gonna double check with my assistant. She should be adding y'all to so Stronger 75 had like a you see how I got like a course for y'all now where y'all don't have to pay to get in and y'all get it for free. People that bought the books, they actually got the course they also got that course for free. The more where it actually taught certain lessons, they had a lot more documents inside of that one. And that's where this document was added. So she should be giving, like you do the 6 months of letter, she should be giving you access to that course. And if you don't get access to that, you get access to that course. If you guys decide to be a member of my credit membership, then you should also get access to that course too. Um, let me come out and come back in though for a second to see if I can do like an appeal with this live. What they saying is exposure thing. I'm be right back in, y'all. Okay. Hopefully y'all can find me. You can just come to my page, All Things Rakita. Okay, hold on one second, y'all. I want to see what this. Okay. Oh, lady, you got right back in here. That's good. I was like, I can't start without lady because she said she needed this one for sure. Okay, well, let me give y'all a few more minutes and then we're gonna get started. Let y'all come back in here. Okay, let me see if they got any questions over here. They say anything? I don't want to ignore y'all. Is this so no, Unique, you have this inside of the membership. So you should actually be inside the exclusive credit membership, like the actual course part of it. It's really a course. It's not in the portal. It's in your uh, course. So you should be able to find it in there. And don't forget too, Unique, if you ever have problems like I can't find this, I can't find that, you tired of finding, digging, blah, 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 ask Esther to give it to you. She'll just double check you got the membership and then she'll just give it to you. Okay, perfect. But yeah, if you keep looking and you can't find it, don't forget you can always ask Esther to like give it to you and she should be able to give it to you. Okay, perfect. All right, y'all ready to get started? Okay. Is it in the course that come with the book purchase or member only? So this is a part of the member only. I guess they really filtering comments like crazy. Okay, you got your bundle. Okay, I can't wait till you fix it too. Make sure you're getting inside of the course. So this right here is only inside of like if you all did the 6 months of letters or if you guys did the membership. That's the only way you would have this right here. That's the only way you would have this. Unless you actually just like, because I have it here too. Unless you actually just came in here and got it. So you know, in my house, right? You know where my house is. So like this right here. So unless you did this right here, you could have got it like this too. Okay. You did the 6 months. Okay, well, you should have been added to the extra one. Um, text us and say, hey, I'm not an extra course, and then have her add you because so if you did the 6 months, you should have this. Plus, you should have a lot more. Okay, so you should be able to have this plus a lot more inside the other one. All right, y'all, let's get started on this. I think I waited long enough for everybody to come in. So this right here is my utilization tracker. So this is how I track all of my credit cards, and this is how I kind of teach people to track their credit cards. Now, as y'all keep getting credit, y'all need to learn how to manage it all. So y'all, you know, you might have a lot of them just in your wallet. You may have them in your closet. You know, I don't know where y'all put your credit cards at, but when y'all get like me, like I have more space to this. Like I just had so many cards and I had to figure out a way to track it. So this is what I started doing early on. Okay. Excuse me. I don't know why I get so gassy when I talk to you all. Um, but let's actually start adding these credit cards on. So first, let me show y'all how y'all add it on and then I'll explain it more. I think I'm just more of a seer. I need to see it actually in action and then I'll understand it. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to go right here and copy the name of our credit card, right? Which is Capital One, and we want to paste it in here. So all your credit cards should come here. All your names for your credit card should go there. So we're gonna paste it. So we see Capital One here. They saying, hey, what is your balance? So the balance on this credit card right now, I'm gonna go with this one because it's on there twice. Okay. So that's the one I'm gonna go with. But if y'all look at the balance, it's different on the bureaus. But I'm gonna go with this one because I think this is the actual balance. So let's copy that and put our balance here. Okay, they're asking, hey, what is the limit? Okay, so the limit on here is 300. So let's copy the 300. Let me make sure. So they over their limit. Wow. Okay, so they over their limit. Their utilization is really bad on this one. Okay, let me kind of zoom in some so y'all can see kind of where we're at so far. Okay. So we got the name of the credit card on here, which is Capital One. The balance is $338. The limit is 300. So they saying, hey, your utilization is 112%. Can y'all see that? All y'all got to do is fill in the name, the balance, and then the limit. Something else I like to put on here before we go into more details, I like to put the due date on here. Okay. So usually your due date is 3 days before the date that they last reported. Okay. So I would think that they date that they report is on the 18th. So I'll put on here that the due date is on the 15th. And that's I just like to know that because then what I do is I organize them all by the due date. We're gonna do that too, but I want y'all to put that on there. Now look at this account too. Let me zoom in and move it. So they got 112% utilization. Remember, y'all want y'all utilization at 30 or below. Y'all really want to make sure that y'all keep y'all utilization below. I like it at the 5%. That's why I got it green. I like it at the 5%. So that this means, hey, you need to make sure your balance is at 5% or less. Okay. And then also we got 10% on here. So 10% is you need to make sure your balance is $30 or less, $90 for 30%. And then if you want to do 50%, that means you got to have your balance at 150 or less. So you will figure out how much you need to pay. You will take whatever your balance is and subtract this number. And then that's how much you really got to pay to be at this utilization, to be at that utilization. So that's what I like about this. Okay, so far y'all liking it? Very simple. Plug it all in. Not only do y'all see that credit card, but it tell you your total. So they're going to add up all of your credit cards as we add more, okay? All right, so let me show you those other with the authorized user too, because remember I told y'all them authorized user accounts, I didn't like it. But let me show you what those look like. And I'm gonna have to keep moving y'all, but that's fine. I really just want y'all to see everything. Okay, let's go down to the accounts. Okay, so these are the positive accounts. Okay, so let's add this one to our utilization sheet. So we're gonna copy this name. While we're here, y'all should know y'all own due dates. Honestly, y'all can call a company, y'all can look on y'all thing, y'all know what y'all due date is, but I'm gonna do 3 days before the date that they last reported. So this is the 25th, I'm gonna say it's due on the 22nd. Okay. So I'm actually gonna drag this down because I don't want to rewrite some stuff. So we're gonna put that there. The due date is the 22nd. Okay, so the due date is the 22nd. And then what is the balance? Okay, so the balance is this here. So this is the balance. Okay, okay, so the balance is here. Control. Okay. Okay, so this is the balance. Okay, so what is the limit? The limit on here is 2,500. Okay, so we're gonna put 2,500 in here. Okay, look at this authorized user account. So remember I told y'all 30% is really hurting your credit score. So look right here, look at this one. They at 63%. This where their balance should really be at. It's twice the balance. Can y'all see? Like if more than 30%, you damaging your credit so much. 5% is that sweet spot. So that's why sometimes y'all can be added as an authorized user and it can hurt y'all credit score. So can y'all see it on here? Like right here, this is kind of if you was to push it, the 30%, this would be your 30%. And look, they are at 1,500. Well, right here, they're at $1,500. Okay. So their utilization is at 63%. They all together, all over, their total is 68.8. So we might say 69%. Okay, but that's not it. We got more cards on here. Okay, so let's add the other cards that they got. Okay, so let's see what they got. They got that, and then they got this one here. So let's copy this one. Let's pull this down. I didn't catch the due date. Last reported was the 11th, so we're gonna do 3 days before that, but y'all can get y'all real date. So we're gonna put on here the 8th. Okay. And then we got to figure out what the balance is. The balance is 0, which is good. The limit is 2,500. And this is the one that say terminated, but say early. It says, oh, I'm messing up the sheet. It says terminated, but it says that it's still an open account. So we're gonna just add that one because it says it's current. You know, it look like it's still reporting. So we just gonna add that one, okay? All right, so look, now that one is at a 0%. So remember we had a 69% utilization, but since they got this credit card where they're not using it at all, now look, it brought that utilization down to overall 36%. So we getting closer to that 30, which is good. So that one card offsetted that utilization so much. You see how we went from 69 to 36? Let's make sure that they looking over here. Okay, perfect. Unique, let me know if you have any questions, okay? Let me move this down. Y'all don't have to see me with this camera. Nice. Let me see. Let me move. Where is it at? Y'all don't need to see me with this camera in my face. Okay. What is this? Oh, my computer acting crazy. Okay. All right. All right. So we got our credit cards on it. We got, think one more, right? So we got a US bank. Wait, did I put let me make sure I put the 8th on here. Okay, I did. All right. So this due date, last reporting on the 31st. So we're going to say that it's really due on the 28th. So 3 days before they last reported. That's what I like to put. Okay. So let's pull this down. Copy that. Oh, I didn't mean to copy that, actually. Copy this. So we're gonna say the 28th for this one. We just need to put a 2 on here now. Okay, perfect. All right, so now that we did that, we need to actually know what the balance is, which is $2,000, and the limit is 5,000. Okay, so we're gonna put $2,000 on the balance, $5,000 on the limit. Okay, good. So the utilization on this one is 40%, and now the utilization went from 36% to 38%. So your statement date is the last day that they reported, the date that they report. So you see Credit Karma say, hey, this last reported on the 8th, the last reported on the 25th. That is usually your statement date or the day before. But you can also look at your actual statement, or you can call the company and they'll let you know what your statement date is too. You'll know, that's how you'll know what your statement dates is. But what we're doing right here, we just putting the due dates on here for now. Okay. So now you see that their utilization right now is at 38%. The total balances on all the cards, even authorized user included, is $3,900. The limits is $10,300. Okay. So now they got this. I'm going to show y'all how, when somebody has something like this, things that they can do to get their balance down. Okay. So for one thing, you see how it's kind of out of order? This one right here should honestly just be switched. Okay. So what I would do is I would just copy this thing here because you don't want to mess with the formatting of this. So I can't move them around. So I would just copy that there. I would put this on top of here, right? And then I would go and recopy these. Copy, put them up here. Perfect. And then I'll leave that one there. So now we 8, 15, 22nd, and the 28th. And then I will go ahead and delete this area. Okay. But y'all don't want to, usually you can move these cells around. Can y'all see this? You can move like your cells around. You know, I don't want y'all moving stuff around. I don't want y'all to mess up y'all sheet because these got calculations and formulas and stuff in it. So I don't want y'all to mess it up at all. Okay. But everything look like it's calculated good. We are 38%. So one thing that I like to think about is, hey, maybe you need to just pay down your credit cards, right? So one thing I say, okay, if you got money, once you pay down your credit card the soonest, maybe you'll be like, you know what, every time I get paid, I'll put $250 towards my credit card, I'll put 100. If you have on a Dave Ramsey where you put as much money as you can, you don't spend no extra money, you put all that on your debt. That's where I learned how to pay the debt down so fast. And that's when I actually around that time was heavy on this sheet because I had to pay all my credit cards. So if you're doing like the snowball, you can do the one from, let's act like these are theirs and not just authorized user. You'll do like the one that's from least to greatest. So you will put all of the money to pay this one off, and you won't pay it, you won't use it anymore. And then you'll pay the minimum plus whatever you were paying on that, and then any additional money to pay this one. So again, the minimum payment, we doing that on all the credit cards. Okay. Once we got this one paid off, whatever that minimum payment was, we putting on this next one. We're not acting like we don't have that bill anymore. We're gonna put it on this one. So let's do it for example. So let's act like the minimum payment on here was $25. Okay. So we're gonna pay this one down, and I'm not gonna act like I know it all. We're gonna use a calculator. Y'all not gonna see it over there, but we're gonna calculate it over here, okay? Just because we need to know. Okay, so we're gonna first put the minimum payment down that we have for that Synchrony. We're gonna put it on this one. So we had 338 minus the $25 that they were paying. So now we're gonna get our balance down to a 313, right? So now, no, not that. Not no 113, 313. So that utilization dropped fast, didn't it? So now we brought our utilization down some more. Okay. So now we're at 37% overall. Okay. So you took this minimum payment and put it on here. So now we got to pay whatever the minimum payment for this one is anyway. Okay. So let's act like it's a $30 minimum payment. So we're going to do minus 30. So we at 283. Okay. So the new balance is now 283. Okay. So maybe you got paid you know, maybe you already put money to the side, maybe you got you a side gig or whatever, and you put that money on here. So say you got an extra $150 and you're gonna put it on this one or whatever, right? So just open up your calculator. So okay, I got 150 extra dollars. I'm gonna put that money on this credit card. So we're gonna do minus 150, and now you have $133 on here. Now you're gonna continue to pay the minimum on these. Let's act like the minimum on these is $200. So this was gonna go to 1391, and this one gonna go to 1800. Oh, let me press back. I'm going too fast. 1800, 1800. Okay. So we had a 37%, but now just paying the minimums plus bringing that balance down, now our utilization went down to 32%. So you can do that every single month until you have it paid. But look, now this one is paid off. This one is about to be paid off because again, we paid 25, 25 plus what if you get another 150, right? So let's act like it's a new month now. So we did month number one, we got that down. So now we went from 37%, now we at 32%. So I'm just trying to show y'all like the debt snowball right now. This is the method you all can use. There's a lot of methods. So I'm gonna show y'all different methods. We're gonna play with these numbers because that's what y'all need to learn. Y'all need to know what's gonna work for y'all. Okay. So now we gonna pay, it's a new month now. Okay. So now we got the 25 that we have for this, the 25 that we got to pay for this, and basically it's gonna be $50 we're gonna pay on here. Okay. So 133 minus 50 again is bringing it down to 83. So again, our utilization right now is 32%. I really want y'all to get this down to like 5% or below for the best credit score. If y'all can aim for 10%, that's fine too. They said we gotta get the balances down to, because they tell you the overall too, you gotta get your balances down to $1,000, 1,030 or less, okay? But we don't just do what we can for right now. Okay. So we pay Julia, tell me be quiet. Now we pay the $50. Now we at $83 on here. So let's see what our utilization did. Okay, we went down 1%. We did something. And then you're gonna continue again to pay the $200, after all this is not going, again, maybe your payment is actually 300 or something dollars, but again, don't forget that interest is gonna take some of it off. So after all the interest, it took $200 off. Let's just say it like that. Okay, so now this one is gonna go to 1191, and then this one is gonna go to 1600. Okay, so now we have 27% utilization. So you see like every month, just taking it slow, not using your credit cards too. So every month they're going down, it can get you there. Okay, but guess what? This month we still didn't put the extra money that we had on this credit card. Let's act like we still got an extra 150. So 83 minus 150. But this is how, basically doing this is how I follow like Dave Ramsey doing the debt snowball, how I was able to pay off my car in less than 2 years. So pay off my credit cards, pay off my car in less than 2 years. This plus working as hard as you can. So we got $67 left over. Okay. So let's put this to zero now. Then let's see what happens to our utilization. Okay, we still at 27%, but we still got no, that's not it. What I do with my calculator? Looking at my screen, y'all. Let's add it back over there. We still had $67 left over there. Okay, so now we got this 1191. So 1191 minus 67, right? 60 something. So now we at 1124. Okay, so now we at 26. Okay. So now after this month, we at 26%. Well, we went from 36 to we was in our 30s, now we in our 20s, okay? So now this is a debt snowball. That's all you did for that month. You didn't do nothing else. Now it's okay. It's time for me to pay again. So that 25 you had here, plus the 25 there, plus the 200 you have been having extra here, you're gonna put that on this credit card here. Okay. And you're gonna just continue to do it. Like every time you have a new pet, like you have a credit card paid, don't use it no more. You just spent all that money on your next credit card, until it's completely paid off. But doing this method right here with the numbers that we were doing, it may take them a whole year, but at least they'll be out of debt. Okay. And if y'all do the method that I'm teaching y'all too with these lawsuits, y'all get y'all lump sum, y'all just knock them balances out. Okay. Y'all can just knock the balances out. Now, this is the thing. Everybody can't do that. Okay. I teach also doing a balance transfer. So let's add these balances back on here. So they was at 338 with this one, and this one was at 0. Okay, and this one was at $2,000, and this one was at like 1,500. That's where we was at when we first started. So like 37% utilization. Okay. So now I want to teach y'all something else. Okay. So if y'all at this point right here, maybe y'all credit score not the best because y'all still disputed, but sometimes there's credit cards out there that would, there's credit cards out there that would approve you. Okay. Let me see. I don't believe I closed my house down. Okay, so let me show y'all that. So this is my house here. Y'all can see my name is Rakita. This is my house. So I'm going to show y'all credit cards that can prove you for a high limit that can help with your utilization. Okay. So I like the list that pre-qualified, no hard inquiry. Okay. So let me show y'all some of the cards that can help y'all if y'all had this problem. Okay. Let me back out. Now, I'm gonna call one there, okay, like this. Okay. They was pre-approved for 1,400. Somebody else said 1,400. So let's just say we got 1,400. Okay. Again, we just trying to get some cards, just to help with our overall utilization. But I'm gonna show y'all how y'all can bring y'all utilization down very fast by getting more cards. Okay. So for example purposes, let's put Walgreens on here. So they approve you for a card. You got a $1,400 limit. And again, right now we at 37% utilization. But look where it's gonna go to once you just get approved for another card. And remember, we have to pay our balance down to get it knocked down. This one knocked the utilization down just from getting approved for another one. And then also not just getting approved, but actually not using it too. Okay, we only getting these credit cards to help with our utilization. We're not trying to use these cards. Okay. Okay, so that's one option. Let's keep searching. Let's keep searching. All right. So here's some more options. So this one right here, $7,200 approval. This one, $3,000 approval. These are more the easier ones. $2,000, $3,000, $3,000, seven. Now the ones I really, really like for utilization though is Lowe's because they can give you a really high limit. You know. So let's see what they're working with. Somebody said they only got 800. I don't know. Again, we don't know what they saying their scores are 700, but we don't know what their income looking like, and we don't know if that's authorized user. We don't know. So we're not going off of that. I think you're gonna get more than that. Come on now. Somebody said they got approved for 1,000. Somebody's pre-approved for 9,000. I know when I first got mine, I think they gave me like 6,000. So let's go with that because they're gonna give you a decent amount. Plus, oh, let me say this. When we look at your credit cards, you already got a $5,000 credit card on there. So that helped make it like, okay, she got credit or he got credit. So we can't just come in there so low. So let's add this one and let's just act like they actually approve you for the 6,000. Okay. So 6,000. And y'all would just have to pre-qualify. If this don't get you where you need to go, then you just add some more. That's it. Okay, so now we at 32% right now. Let's see what's going to be at the 6,000. So we jumped down to 21%. So while y'all getting these new credit cards, y'all credit score is going up a lot because your utilization is getting better and better and better. Okay. So this is what I tell people to do is get y'all some more credit cards. Now they have other ones. Okay. Another one that I always say is, hey, try Care Credit. Care Credit give you a high amount. Okay. Somebody said they got approved for 10,000, 10,000. They gave me a high amount of 10,000. So that's why I always say you get this. Okay. Somebody said it's approved for $8,200. And then by this time too, y'all, we had a 21% utilization. Y'all should be getting opened up to some credit cards at this point. You know, y'all utilization is a lot better, which means y'all credit scores went up a lot. Somebody says 6,000, 5,000, 6,000, 4,500. Let's just be on the safe side and say they only gave you 5,000. Okay. Let's just say that. Okay. So let's add care credit on here. And we're not gonna put no due dates or nothing like that because these are just hypotheticals. I'm gonna tell y'all, hey, go try to get these cards. And if they don't give it to y'all this month and y'all doing disputes, wait till y'all disputes come back. Once y'all disputes come back, pre-qualify for these again. Okay. So let's act like they gave it to you. So you have 21 now. Let's see what $5,000 gonna do with that utilization. So now it's down to 16% utilization by just getting approved for more credit cards. Do y'all see that? So you can be paying it down and you can be doing this at the same time. That is going to be like a double whammy. It's going to really help your credit scores go up a lot. Okay. Let me see if I have any questions over here. Okay. So I just got to, okay. Okay. Good. All right. So this is what I tell people to do. Hey, get some credit cards like this. Now the thing is, what if y'all never paid these down? What if y'all just paid the minimums? Now y'all, still owe this amount. You still owe $3,800 on your cards. Then what y'all can do is y'all can get approved for like a credit card to do a balance transfer, like Discover. Y'all can go with Truist. And let's go look at the Discover because that would be a good one. Discover probably knock y'all right out the park. Y'all put the whole 38 on there. Y'all probably don't need to look that further. But if you got a higher balance, you probably need to get more cards and spread it out. Okay. All right. So this is it here. Let's actually do our due diligence. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and look deeper. So they got 5% back in rotating categories. Okay. Each quarter. Let's go up here. Let's see. Let's look at this whole thing. All so look. So they got 0% APR for 15 months on purchases and balance transfers. Okay. So I would suggest y'all go ahead and try to get this right away. If they don't give it to you right away, then what you need to do is you need to get these cards, some easy store cards, them easy cosmetic surgery cards. Once y'all get those easy cards, y'all credit score gonna go up because y'all gonna have lower utilization, and then y'all can double back and say, "Hey, Discover, can I get it?" And guess what? All of the cards I just told y'all can pre-qualify y'all without a hard inquiry. Okay. So it can pre-qualify y'all without a hard inquiry. Now, some of y'all may have high income, but you have high debt too. Okay. So what I mean by high income is that you got money. It's just that if you was to pay off all your credit cards, you'll be like out of all your money. Like, you got that money coming in, but it's like you got so much debt you can't pay it. So should we wait for the excuse to come back? I would say still try because if they give it to you now, that's good because you can start working on that right now. And if they don't do it, then you'll just wait for your disputes to come back and try again. This is one of the things where you try every single month because it's something you need to work on. So if you can't get no cards to do a balance transfer, you just gonna start knocking down your balance as much as you can. And then every single month you're gonna be trying to get them easy credit card. It's another one. I hope I spell it right too. It's like something like this. Let me look it up to get the right spelling for y'all. This is what I used for my utilization back in the day too. They do like cosmetic surgery or going to the doctor, but they give you high limits and they don't have to like this approval process is nice. It's strict. Okay, I'm missing an A. And they all pre-qualify you. Okay. So every single month, what you should be doing is paying down that balance as much as you can, right? So pay down that balance as much as you can, and then you should be trying to get approved for like the Discover card or Truist. Y'all might even have a credit union to do 0% APR, but try to see if they can pre-qualify you because we don't want to rack up inquiries right now either. Okay, we don't want to rack up some inquiries right now. So you can do the 0% APR and you have 15 months, but at least now when you're paying off when you're paying out your credit card, your money is actually going towards your balance. You're not paying any interest now. Okay. So remember I told you, hey, even if if you was paying on a credit card, maybe only 200 was going towards it and not the full 300 you was paying or something. Now this time when you get that Discover, for example, let's actually put Discover on here. Okay. It's like you actually got the Discover. We're gonna say that it's actually due on the 30th, just so we can keep it over here. We got um, so say if they prove you for 4,000, right? So you got 3,800 total right now, but if they approve you for 4,000, you could transfer the full 4,000. So when they approve you for this, let's see how much your utilization go down. So your utilization is going to be at 1,400 now. Now you got more credit. Okay. But the thing is, you're going to transfer the balances, which is a total of the 3838. You're going to copy that. You're going to transfer all of those balance to your Discover card. Oh, wait, let me undo that. You're going to transfer it to your Discover. So 3838. And now these credit cards are now going to be at 0. Okay. So your utilization is still going to be 14. All you did was just move all these balances to this new one. So now, remember I was telling you, hey, you was paying 25 on that, 25 on that, and 200 for those. So that's like $450. You can continue to pay $450 on that. But let's see if you pay $450. And I always say if they give you 15 months, pay it off do a month or two early. Do a calculation for a month or two early so you don't ever be caught up. Because if you don't pay it off in full, y'all, they're gonna charge you as if you never did 0% at all. They're gonna go back until you first got the card, what your interest would have been. So you want to pay it off early. Okay. So let's figure out what you need to pay on it. So 38, and they're gonna give you 15 months, but we're gonna divide that by 13 because we're gonna pay it off in 13 months. So that means you only really need to pay $295.29 on this one to have this balance completely paid off. So again, remember on the other ones you was paying 200, plus you were paying 25. So you was up paying 450. It's just an example. Paying $450. Now you knocked your payment down to 295. They not charge you interest. Plus two, your overall utilization went up. Okay. And look how much your credit score is gonna go down. Because I think that even though you was used to paying a 450 and your payment at 295 now, you need to continue to pay 450 on this because you was already used to paying it. Get the balance done ASAP. Don't play around with it. Okay. So let's see how much your utilization gonna be changing every month. Don't forget they're not charging you interest. Okay. So we at 14 now, right? So we're gonna do minus 450. So now the balance gonna go down to 3388. So this is gonna be 3388. So we was at 14%, and now look, now you at 12%. So it like it's gonna go down about 2% every month. Okay. And now we're gonna do the same thing again. Now it's the next month, or maybe y'all got additional money, y'all wanna put it on there, but we're gonna act like it's the next month now. You're just paying down to Discover. You're not getting yourself in more debt. You're just laying low, chilling, not trying to spend no extra money, and you paying down the debt. So now you was at 3388, you at 450, now you at 2938. So this now we can change this to 2938. Okay, so now you was at 12%. Now you at 11%. Okay, but you like right there. Okay, so now it's a whole new month. We act like it's a new month. You paying your new 450. I just want y'all to see how much y'all balance go down, how your utilization gonna change. Okay, so now you at the 11%. So let's see. where we're gonna be. We got 2488 after the 450 payment. So 2488. Now the utilization is at 9%. So, but you see, every month you're going down and down and down. Okay. But y'all give me some kickback, like, hey, but this is what's going on with my credit cards. I got this, I got that. Y'all let me know, because this is just an example how you can deal with those, how to deal with the utilization on y'all credit cards. Okay. Okay. So Walgreens, Lowe's, Care Credit, I still do this to work with my, even though I'm currently at four now. Yes. Yes. I don't care how many credit cards y'all have. So that's how I got to get more credit cards too, because I had utilization problems. I had to shift the balance. Them credit cards not gonna let you do a balance transfer at 0%. So it is what it is. You have to get some more. So the four credit cards is, when I say four credit cards, that's just like to build your credit, period. Like that's gonna be just to build your credit. When y'all get into credit cards for real, y'all learn how to manage y'all debt. Y'all gonna find more credit cards y'all gonna want, but y'all not gonna close y'all old credit cards, you know. But in this case, you have to get new credit cards to help with your utilization and also to pay off y'all debt. Okay. And then two, with the people that's doing disputes, which is my favorite thing. I'm teaching y'all all of this because I do still want y'all to do this. So when y'all money do come, for the people that's actually doing like the Sue to Win book, the people that's actually doing this, say you go ahead and you sue the credit bureaus, you sue the collection companies, let's say you sue all the companies on there. Let's just be modest too. Let's just say you get $10,000. Now you just knock out that $2,500. You got $7,500 in your pocket now. And then you can just put minor bills on this. You can use the $7,500 to do like, put to the side for 6 months of payments. Put your 6 months of your expenses to the side. You can use that for a down payment on the house. But I know $1,000, y'all get that easily. Y'all won't be able to get that stuff easily. Y'all can get way more than that. But I want to show y'all, like, when y'all get y'all money, y'all can pay off y'all debt. Y'all can get this out the way, because this is the highest interest y'all gonna ever have. This plus, I would say, pay off y'all car, because then y'all have a debt-free car. Y'all riding around in the car without a car note, because that's how I pay it. Remember, you was paying 450 on it at first, so now you ain't gotta pay 450 because you put your lawsuit money on it, right? You ain't gotta pay 450 no more. You don't have to pay your car note. If your car note was 400, 500, 600, say I don't know what it is. You go ahead and pay that car off, or pay a big chunk on it. That can help you with paying your car off early too. Okay, or you just pay it off. It depends on how much your note is and how much money you got. That'll help you move forward in life. And maybe you paying rent. Maybe you're like, oh, I can get this house. It's gonna be much cheaper. Don't get no house that's more expensive than what you're paying anyway for rent. Like, don't put yourself in a bigger struggle. Try to see if you're gonna buy a house, get one that's cheaper than what you're paying now. Put you a nice size down payment on it. Okay. But that's what I want y'all to be able to do. But I want to show y'all how y'all deal with this utilization for the time being until that money comes. And as your settlements come, maybe you get a chunk here, maybe you get, $7,000 here from this one company, or, you know, maybe you get 2,000 here. No, no, no. You put that on these debts accordingly. The thing is, don't go back into the debt like you were in, that now you gotta have these big balances. You need balance transfers. You need this, you that, and all this stuff for utilization. Okay. But look, too, now you got more available too in credit. So you just have to be careful once you pay down your credit cards. Okay. But let me see if she's saying something. Okay, so you understand unique. Okay, perfect. So yeah, that's what I want to show y'all in regards to the utilization. Lady, do you have any questions for me? Because I know this is something that you said you really wanted to go over. Because we're not going to talk about utilization no more in this whole class. Well, we're not going to talk about consolidation, but I guess I am going to talk about it on day 14. Yeah, we're going to talk about it again like on day 14. But y'all can get started on this stuff now. And guess what, y'all? When y'all at my house, remember this, my house. Okay, so my name is Rakita. When y'all at my house and y'all pre-qualified without a hard inquiry, All of these cards, again, y'all heard what it say, pre-qualify without a hard inquiry. They're gonna tell you yes or no without a hard inquiry. So if they don't give it to you that day, try again next month. Y'all all should be doing some type of disputes to remove y'all negative accounts, or y'all paying down y'all credit cards. Y'all should be able to get these. Okay. Oh, I didn't even put my thing up. Let me put it up, y'all, just in case you all need to get y'all books. Okay, so all y'all can continue to try every single month to try to see if y'all can get this utilization down every single month. Okay. Okay. And in general, too, y'all don't have to get credit cards. Y'all can just pay down y'all credit cards the way I showed y'all. But I would rather y'all do both, because if y'all can get into a 0% APR for 21 months, 15 months, that means when y'all paying on y'all credit cards, y'all money going towards that actual card. It's not going, I mean, it's going towards the actual balance. It's not going to the interest, which is the bad part. Y'all may be losing 200, 300, 400, depending on how many credit cards I got. Just that's gone just from interest alone. So that's why I would rather y'all try to get into a 0% APR credit card, because it's basically going to allow you to be able to pay that off slowly. Okay. You also can do like personal loans if that's something that you want to do, but don't get into no personal loan that have a high interest rate like OneMain. I don't need y'all to do that. And then too, a lot of times OneMain wants y'all to put up collateral. I'm not trying to get y'all to do none of that. Okay. That's not what I'm trying to get y'all to do. I like the idea of just getting additional credit cards, because guess what? Once your credit is fixed, your overall credit gonna be up too, because now you got all these higher limit credit cards on your credit reports showing paid on time. So it's gonna help you. And then also you can just get that 0% APR, because these right here gonna charge you interest. And I would rather y'all try that method first. Because y'all, some people get into these things and be having like they get OneMain at 20 something percent, 18%. Like y'all defeated the whole purpose. That ain't what we trying to do here. Okay. I'm telling you, y'all defeated the whole purpose, and that's not what I want for y'all at all. Like I don't want y'all to have that high interest, because that's not gonna help y'all at all. Y'all in straight debt again, but just y'all got a new person that y'all in debt with, a new company, basically. But hopefully y'all learned y'all utilization today. If y'all have any questions, I'll be happy to answer y'all questions. And for the people that got their books down below, y'all see how I said like this, when y'all get into the free course, it said like the 6 months. That's where y'all can actually find, once I do the 6 months, y'all would actually get added to this course for free. It's like an additional course that y'all can actually be, and they have more documents for the strongest 75. That's on what this one will be. Okay. But hopefully y'all learned about y'all utilization and y'all gonna take action on it. And again, I told y'all, if y'all get to the point where y'all get y'all settlements, y'all need to make sure y'all do good by y'all money and actually put that money on y'all debts. That's gonna be really big. Put that money on y'all debts, and also to invest some of it. Invest some of it. Okay. Some of y'all may not have to pay y'all debts. Y'all might come out with no debt, and a check. So y'all just do right. That's it. Just do right by it. Y'all to be good. But y'all definitely let me know if y'all have any questions. I'll be happy to answer y'all questions. But that is the end of our class today, for this book here. So that's the end. There's nothing else we really need to go over in terms of utilization as of now. That's just how I like to deal with utilization. It's like you're going to pay it off, or you're going to do like a balance transfer and pay it off, or, that's it. Y'all have to figure out what y'all want to do. And then add those extra credit cards on there, just help you be able to get 0% APR credit cards. Because they're gonna be looking at your credit like, you got maxed out credit card. I'm not gonna give you no credit cards. But if you get those easy credit cards, they'll start getting added. It's gonna bring down your utilization, which is gonna raise your credit score. Then you can probably be able to get approved for those. Awesome. Thanks for the strategy. You're welcome. And then just see what other ones out there that got 0% APR. It's more of them out there. Y'all can try Truist also. They pull Equifax. And y'all can get more than one with Truist that do a balance transfer. Y'all can get two of them with them. So that's what I would suggest that y'all do to take care of y'all utilization. But again, utilization 30% of your credit score. I understand that utilization is something we got to work on. But if you know truly that you fighting those, let me not say what I was going to say. If you know, wait, I can say this. I don't. It's being real. If you know truly you fighting those companies, like for instance, remember I told y'all when I did this right here when I had sued my creditors, I had $40,000 worth of debt I did not pay. I'm not gonna go in there and start focusing on my utilization if I know for sure I'm gonna sue these companies and my goal is not to pay them. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna go in here and pay them. But if y'all know y'all want to keep the car, y'all want to keep the company, no, just continue with your minimum payment until you have the additional money. Because sometimes you just don't have the additional money to pay. And then when you get your settlement money and stuff like that, then you can focus on it. Okay, but I don't want y'all like, I need to focus on utilization right now. Y'all focus on utilization. You see how much the utilization went down by getting approved for more credit cards? Y'all can try that too. Just the key is don't use it. Like that's the problem. Don't use it and get some good ones that you're not gonna use. That's it. But that's gonna help with your overall utilization. Yeah, so I hope that that really helped you all so you know what your utilization need to look like, what you all need to do. Definitely, again, let me know y'all have any questions. And again, that utilization tracker is inside of your the additional course for the people that did the 6 months, or if you're an actual member inside my membership, that's where that tracker is from. Okay, so because y'all would get it there for free. Okay, so let me see. This is several of them. No. Okay, so what is this right here? Okay, so I'm just looking at these things. So the I had a high limit credit card that closed, continue to pay. That's your personal. I don't know about that, lady. I can't. I don't think I can answer that. Obviously, that's gonna be up to you whether you want to continue to pay it. Like, yeah, that one gonna be up to you. I would have to say that one gonna be up to you on whether you want to pay it or not. Because are you disputing it? Are you talking about the errors? Are you trying to get it deleted? Like, I think about that part of it. But you got to think about if you want to have a relationship with these companies going forward too. American Express Blue Card, you can apply with confidence. Okay. Are you trying to sue them? Well, I would just if you trying to sue them, I wouldn't. Let me say, if I was trying to sue a company, I'm not gonna be like paying them. I'm not gonna be paying them. I don't know. I'm not gonna pay them. I'm not honestly. I'm not. I'm gonna sue them. So I won't pay them. I just put that money on something else that I know I'm not suing. I'm trying to keep or to my household. All the stuff you got going on right now. So it's a good excuse around as to why you're not gonna pay them. But I wouldn't personally. So yeah, if I wouldn't. I wouldn't. If you doing that, no. But I wouldn't do it just because it closed. It would have to be like it literally got charged off or something. Like sometimes some of the high limit ones close due to inactivity or something. It ain't gotta be nothing crazy. It can just close due to inactivity. So yeah, I got 3 more minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and send out the links to the course. Make sure you all, if you need to get your books, go ahead and get your books because I'm gonna set a timer. So at 11 o'clock, I can go to sleep because I gotta wait an hour to get your information. So hey, go ahead and get your books, and then I'm going to actually get started. Okay. What do you want me to say? And then too, make sure you let me know if you got the access to that. You can text us and say, "Hey, I don't have the access." Why is that? Well, somebody said they tracking this. Please check again. All right, y'all. So I got one more minute, y'all. So I'm gonna get off of here. I hope y'all have a great night. Make sure y'all figure out what y'all gonna do about y'all utilization, no matter what. So whatever y'all decide y'all gonna do, make sure y'all figure that out. I'll be back on here tomorrow at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We still talking about late payments inside of this book here. We're still talking about late payments tomorrow. And then tomorrow in this side of this book, let me see what we're talking about. I know we're not that far here. And we're gonna talk about how to request an increase on your credit cards, requesting an increase and stuff like that. Yes, that's right, lady. That's what you gotta do. Catch them up, then soon. But I will definitely see you all tomorrow. Hope that you all have a great night. I'll see you all tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, perfect. I have a call tomorrow with you at 5:30. Oh, hold on. What do you mean 5:30? No, 5:30. What time is that though? Is that Eastern Standard Time? Let me know if it's gonna be Eastern Standard Time. Okay, but my assistants usually tell me, "Hey, Keita, these are your calls for today," and then two, they try to push y'all to about noon. That would be perfect if I would be pushed around noon, but I probably could do your time, Eastern. Okay, I can do 5:30. I like to be in a kind of mood today. I was so I'm like out of it today. But I'm more like stern, like get this done, get that done. Da, 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 da. Okay, so noon is fine. Okay, perfect. I'll call you at noon. Let me put that down. Or you know what? Let me see. Let me look over here. Okay. Yeah, because I don't gotta go to the gym tomorrow, which is good. Oh wait, that's not my call. Oh wait, I got two appointments already. I'm gonna move you and put you. I got two appointments, one already at noon, but I don't think they got a membership. I don't know. I start to know y'all names. If I don't know your name, I'm like stranger danger. I don't know you. So I'm gonna put you to noon, and she gonna have to confirm those appointments. And then I got a special way that I label them when I schedule it. So hopefully she'll just see it and just know that to keep this one for me. I don't know about them other ones. Missing overbook it, yes. Okay. All right. So I got you in there. So noon is fine. When Yeah, the other person actually is not even for me. I think that's just for Esther or somebody else. And then my next appointment is at 12:20. But that's okay. We'll figure it out because they gotta have an actual membership. We know you got your membership, so we definitely talking, okay? All right, so I'll talk to you tomorrow at noon. So come with all your questions. Make sure you write them all down, and I'll be happy to answer them. But to the rest of y'all, I hope y'all have a great night. Oh, I forgot to say too on here too. Y'all see where I have my All Things Rakita? I have that store up. So today is the last day that I actually have the books for $10 on my website too. So allthingsrakita.com. I finally got that thing fixed. I just hope that you all would go and leave reviews on there. I need to have reviews on my website so I don't necessarily have to sell them through TikTok, and y'all don't have to go to Amazon because they're so expensive on Amazon. But I have to kind of mark them up that way. So I'm gonna do. You know how like y'all go to if y'all go to Amazon, it's like $35 for this one book. But now I have it on the website for $10 with my promotions on right now. So all of the books, all of the credit books, all three of the credit books, they're $10 a piece, or you can get the bundle for $25. I just hope that you all will leave a review because that's what I kind of made a discount because I need to have those reviews. But definitely check it out. Again, it's allthingsrakita.com. If y'all have any questions, definitely let me know, and I'll see you all tomorrow at 7 p.m.